Good evening, everybody. I'm your host, TKB, and we are back, episode 58, Bushleague Sports. I'm going to be joined, as always, by my beautiful co-host, Sleep. We're going to deep dive into the MLB Spring Training trip that he went on, talk a little bit about what's going on. MLB kicks off this Thursday, so we'll get to chat about that, dive into our thoughts on if there should or should not be a salary cap. Spoiler, there should be. And then we're going to touch on spit it out, baby. NHL fantasy. 2 weeks left if you're in the fantasy playoffs. So we're going to get you dialed in on all the teams with 4 games this week. Everything else going on there. We have an NHL box break, except it's not NHL, it's MLB. We are confused today. That's why it's called Bush League Sports. You just say whatever, hope for the best. But we got an MLB box break going. Spots are live on there, $9, random spots. We'll be selling them throughout the show. And then the tail end, you can get in on those rips. But we are going to have a good one today. It's going to be fun. We're going to play the intro, and we'll jump in with you in a minute. We got to get the head straight. We're rambling, so we'll see you then.
Say, man, you're in a privileged position right now. You're in a place to be. Matter of fact, the place that you with the one and only SNOOP. So what you gonna do now? Turn that shit up.
When are we making them beats again?
Trenches. Come get some work on your free time. Nico teases, we can't hold on to D-line. Getting sacks on quarterbacks, you know we live. When you kick at 45, keep your nose on his inside. You better punch some, keep your feet moving, dog. My 3 tech and 1 tech, they some real hoes. My DN 6'5", he got no flaws.
That's a Bush League question.
Feet, man, he got it all.
I understand.
California, so it'd be cool for the family to come back to Canada.
I always fuck all my American buddies. You guys never get up.
To the pro.
My hometown. What do you
Way back home,
You gotta spin. As you get around the edge, and you gotta bend. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at.
When are we making them beats
I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. Where the lineman at. Where the lineman at. D tackle Leo Vance.
Let's go. Welcome. What's going on? I had trouble spitting out some words, but we're here. We made it. Maybe too many hoots, allegedly, or not enough coffee. Who's to say? But that only goes on up in Canada. I don't know what goes on down wherever you are. But how's it going this week, buddy? And did we have a team meeting before the show? Who said to wear baseball jerseys?
We didn't call each other. We absolutely did not. And I got to get the coffee thing dialed in. So a lot of the times while we're doing the show, I'm drinking coffee, but then I'm up till 2 a.m. So today I went for the coffee at like 6 p.m. So hopefully that'll lock me in for the show and then still allow me to get some sleep for before work tomorrow morning, you know?
So why do we call you No Sleep if you're looking for sleep after the show? Because I'm up.
Yeah,
that's it. I'm editing. I'm putting stuff up on Spotify. Like what
that's a good point, man. That's a good point. It's all fake. It's all fake.
Okay.
I don't have any other explanation for you right now, dude. But it's been a great week, man. Great week. We're here. I know we took last week off, but we're back and better than ever, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, no, obviously a couple weeks, but it's fun. I got last week to kind of recoup, chill out, hang out a little bit, and it's been a fun couple weeks here. I don't know what it's like in Texas. Obviously, probably no snow there, but we're thawing away up here in Saskatchewan, Canada. So we'll get into that in a second. But if you're tuned in, whether you're on Facebook, X, YouTube, feel free to come comment on the show. We're also live on Whatnot. We're filling spots for an MLB box break at the end of the show. We'll be ripping 5 packs, so you can tune in there. I don't know if you want to duck or if you can change where you're at. We're going to put a little barcode up by your head there, Sleepy. That's going to chill there for the rest of the show for a little bit.
Oh, man, I got to just slide on over.
Bring you into there.
Here we go.
But, no, it's melting away here, so I'm starting to kind of ramp up for what we got going on with trying to get the skate park built locally here. So been getting that ready. We're going to have a committee meeting here. I'm going to hopefully form a local committee, get some people that want to help me with fundraising, grants, and a few other things. And then I can start doing some weekly meetups with the kids again and get that moving, hoping to build half the park next year and move on with that as in phases kind of thing. I think one of the biggest things for me will be having a place to be able to host events, which there isn't really now. So I think it's going to be better off to build half it, have something to use in the next couple years, and then finish it from there. So just been working away on that locally, and obviously get that extra motivation when the snow starts to melt and the sun comes out.
It's been fun to kind of watch you progress through this skate park design and getting the funding for your hometown's skate park, man. That's just it's really cool. It's something that every town needs. I think that as I've watched you progress through this, I'm sure it has not all been easy, but it sounds like you're well on your way. It sounds like you're well on your way, and it's going to happen. It's real.
Yeah, I mean, we have the 3D design. I've done lots of community input, have quite a few $100,000 lined up for it. It's a little over $1 million project, but going to try to do it in 3 phases. Probably build the street section, then build the kind of bowl, bike, pump section, and then for the final phase, bring in kind of all the family stuff, where it'd be like the family areas, the landscaping, lights to light up the area in the dog park, and bring in some art and just make it a full community area, and end up probably having a little toboggan hill as well, so that you can use that in winter and make it just a fun little area for everybody. But yeah, it takes a while. Like, a lot of people want things, but they don't want to put in the work to get it right. So it's been kind of a bit of a battle trying to get people to help me, but I think I have a good crew now, and there's some good people in the town that want to help now that we have a new town committee and town council. So that's going to be really important in moving it forward, because I mean, the community has a lot more belief in something like that too, when you have the town and the council behind it in that capacity. So excited to see where it goes this year.
How big is your town?
We're about 5,000-6,000, so it's borderline a city. When the oil field and farming and stuff is busy, probably up to 10,000 people here throughout summer, winter, just working and etc. And then a lot of local communities around us that are 500,000, 2,000, and they, a lot of them probably would use Kindersley as a bit of a hub until you go maybe an hour and a half the other way, then you're into the bigger cities, right?
Sure. Well, dude, you're absolutely crushing it, and can't wait to see this skate park start to come together, and some of the content that you can pull out of it, and just obviously a place for the kids to go blow off some steam and become shredders, man. I love to hear it.
Sure. I think like one of the things too, right? Like when we were kids, I think skateboarding was maybe looked upon in a different light than it is now, that it's an Olympic sport. Obviously, I went to go see that in Paris last year, and that was pretty exciting. But the ability to really get a community involved in something, whereas back in the 90s, skate parks were built in the back corner, tucked away. The kids were outcast and treated like outcasts. And I mean, that's you ended up getting when you do that. You take a hockey rink and don't throw an adult in it, the same thing would happen, right? So kind of cool now that there's a different mentality behind it. They're usually in the open, in public spaces, they're community involved, and that's really what I want to bring to life with this one here locally, is just make sure it's a community setting where you can come, being that it's right beside the dog park where we're building it, come hang out, let the kids play, let the dog run, and enjoy the day there, right?
Oh, that's perfect, man. That's perfect. Again, dude, stoked to kind of follow along, and can't wait to see till that first stage gets done.
Yeah, well, and obviously anybody tuning along, if they're not local, they probably don't give a two rat's ass about the local skate park. But if you're on Whatnot, please hop in. We're filling spots for that. We'll be ripping some baseball cards at the end of the show. And in the meantime, I'm sure anybody tuned in would love to know a little bit more about your experience. I know for you, you just went out to some of the MLB Spring Training and got to take that in with the fam, and a holiday last weekend and beyond. So I'm kind of excited to hear that and learn more about spring training. I mean, baseball isn't the top sport for me. Really big in football, hockey, which obviously reflects in the show quite a bit. But baseball is kind of like my third sport that I want to get a little more into. But I'm excited to learn about the excitement of spring training, because I mean, I guess I do fantasy football preseason. Hockey, I don't give a care about preseason. So always interested why baseball fans are so stoked on spring training.
Yeah, I think it's just the overall experience. So looking at spring training in the U.S., most of the Western teams, both AL and NL, I would say the Midwest to the Western teams are down in the Phoenix, Arizona area, where each team has their own stadium. Some teams share a stadium. And then on the East Coast, for the East Coast teams, they're all in the Tampa, Florida area, Clearwater, all of that. And those teams, they go down there for, 6 weeks to 2 months. I don't even know how long it is, through March to the start of the season. maybe even the end of February through March to the start of the season. And they're there with the minor players, the pros, and they're all getting in games every single day. So it's really cool to see. The Giants are playing every day. The Blue Jays are playing every day, somewhere in the area, right? So I went to Phoenix. I went to the Cactus League, is what they call it. And it was awesome. It was my third time going. I always go support the Giants there when I can. My wife was a huge Giants fan. When I met her, I kind of jumped on the train. It was right during the Giants reign where they won in 2010, 2012, and 2014. I got the Brian Wilson jersey on right now. Fear the Beard from he was with them in 2010 and 2011. He might have even been with them in 2012 as well. However, he wasn't in the series with them. So you go there and it's like ballpark hopping, right? You can go to games all over the area within 30 minutes. You're at 5-6 different stadiums, seeing games in the morning. You can see games in the afternoon, and it's really, I would say it's more of a party than a game. The kids are all getting involved. Players are signing autographs everywhere. You're standing right next to the players, man. What's going on?
Oh, well, my buddy, someone just bought their third team in the Whatnot stream, and it was the San Francisco Giants. So I thought that was exciting.
Good pull.
The Giants just went in our stream on the break, so sorry to interrupt. But
no, you're good. That's wild, man. But I mean, it's so great for kids because the kids get to run the bases. They're really close to the field. They're really small ballparks. You think these MLB ballparks that are absolutely massive. They're really small ballparks, so it's way more intimate. All the lower level players, the AAA players are there, and they're more than happy to sign autographs, toss balls to the kids. It's really a great experience. Again, it's always a show. So I went to Glendale. I think it's in Glendale. It's where the White Sox and the Dodgers facility is, and we watched the Giants. Got to see Justin Verlander pitch. Picked up by the Giants this offseason. I mean, he's 42, an absolute legend, played for Detroit, played for New York, was in Houston for several years, has some hardware, and he got up there and he pitched well. It was really, really impressive. It was, again, a great overall experience, and being a father, it's perfect for the kids to kind of get that love of the game and get to be up and close with the players, get autographs and all of that.
Nice. And so I guess I got a lot of buddies I know that go up there and go and, probably party and have a good time. They don't got no kids. So, I mean, just probably a bunch of giant kids out there running bases then, a bunch of drunk people, a bunch of adults out there ripping, or
no, it's, I would say it might be 50-50 families, 50-50. There's golfers that go down, the Phoenix, Scottsdale golf scene is real huge. So a lot of people go down to golf during that time frame and, get some rounds in, go to some games. And I mean, again, it's perfect. It's a great environment. The players are friendly, and it's just a cool experience to have overall. They have a lot of tournaments over there. So I was actually over there not for spring training. I was there primarily. My daughter had a soccer tournament over there. There were a lot of baseball tournaments. So it just kind of all funnels to the MLB games. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. No, that's sweet. I mean, and there's not every team is down there though, right? There'll be so half 13 and is it half?
So yeah, it's about half the league is in the Phoenix area. The other half of the league is in the Tampa area.
And they're kind of split into, like you were saying, they're playing a couple times a day, maybe in different spots. So the teams are just kind of split up, some pros, some rookies.
Some triple. Yeah. So you're going to see a completely different roster today. And then tomorrow it's going to be a totally new roster. As you get closer to the start of the season, it'll look more like a MLB roster for maybe the first 4 or 5 innings. And then, they'll put the kids in to play. But honestly, man, I highly recommend going and having a good time for anybody that is semi into baseball and wants to get an experience of a lifetime for sure. Again, this is my 3rd year going. I've not been disappointed once.
Nice. No, that's fun. And I'll have to come down one year with you and the fam and go on a big old tour and check it out. It sounds like it'd be a good time.
Absolutely.
And anybody who likes baseball, regardless whether you can afford to get down to spring training like our high roller co-host here or not, hopping on the Whatnot break, $9. That's how we like to do it with our Bushleague breaks. We could do them cheap, fun, hop in, get a random team, and that's live right now. So right below Trav there, you can see a little whatnot icon. It's up beside his head. We'll remove him of that for a second, but hop in to the whatnot stream, go fill the break. We got spots live. If you're in the whatnot, please hop in, grab a spot, grab 3, 5, or 7 teams. You get some free packs of different tiers, bronze, silver, gold. And I might even let you trade for your favorite team if it's still up there. So I know you're looking at the Padres there, my boy, Juicy Pear. So if you want them and they're still there, we'll dial you in. But no, it's and we got the tops we're ripping too. Here, let me slide over. We're ripping these bad boys. We have 5 of them. We've been pulling some sick pulls lately. 2022, I've been sitting on those for a while. The blasters, but that's why we're doing cheap, $9. But there'll be some fun pulls coming out of there.
You got to start doing the buy 2, you get to re-roll and give those 2 back. So, hey, you bought 2, you didn't get the team you want. After the second team you get, if you ask for a re-roll, you can get a re-roll, and you have to trade those 2 teams in, and whoever you get on that third roll, you have to keep, right? So
yeah, that's fair. It'd be hard to do while we're doing the show at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe just a whatnot only type thing.
But what I was thinking is I was letting people, if they want, they could trade 3. Like if you have 3, you could trade for a team you wanted. So then you would just give them up, and I'd give you a team that was still on the thing. I think
I
that's
love it.
A fair option.
Yeah.
And it's easy for me to manage after because I can see who's bought what and then kind of give them the option. And again, shouts to Hot Dog. He's the only person that's bought any so far. Basically owns, again, just shares in the company, like the fella who helped us fill out the break a couple weeks ago. So appreciate the support from
Dude, is he you said Hot Dog, he's friends with Phil Kessel?
Yeah, they're pretty good pals. I mean, they would both enjoy a big foot long for sure. No doubt that the boys are into glizzies. Absolutely. But yeah, he's a beauty. He came down, visited me last winter. We went and did a little, well, he's an LA Kings fan. And then he came up, did like their Western Canada tour, Vancouver. I think it was Edmonton, Calgary. Can't remember the order we went. Yeah, Edmonton, Calgary, because we ended up in Banff. So I met him up in Edmonton, and then we went down to Calgary, Banff, and hung out for a bit. So it was fun. Got to go on a little tour, but I appreciate him hopping in on the break. But yeah, no, that was a fun little hockey tour. But tonight, mostly baseball. We'll get into hockey in a little bit and get everybody dialed in for their fantasy hockey. I'm sweating one right now. I'm in 2 playoffs. Obviously, you're in the 1 league with me. We'll chat about that in a little bit. But I'm sweating them right now. But I don't want to burst the bubble. So we'll chat.
All right. Yeah, no worries. But again, just back to spring training. It is an awesome experience. It's so much fun. There's so many people, and again, you don't have to only go to your team's games. There's games happening every day all over the city. In Dallas, we call it the Metroplex. All over the Metroplex. So get out there and have a good time.
For sure. I'm just going to see if I can't make this a little bigger and easier for you to see. How's that?
Well, that's perfect. Look at that payroll.
So yeah, we got the payroll. Shouts to MLB Salary Payroll Tracker, spottrack.com. We appreciate it. But we're going to scout out some of the payroll here. I know obviously spring training, like you say, that all kinds of different level athletes come out. But one of the things I wanted to touch on is the salary cap and kind of deep dive on that a little bit. And if you're in the Whatnot stream, we're selling spots for the break. We'll be ripping them after the show. So enjoy the show, grab some spots. We'll tune in with you after. But I mean, the disparities in baseball are wild, right? At this point, it's fairly ridiculous. I know there's obviously a salary cap in hockey and even an even split of, profits between owners and players at a 50-50, which is a very cool incentive. I'm probably just having a Friday moment, but NFL, they have salary cap, right?
Yeah, NFL, NBA, NHL, all salary capped. Yeah.
And NFL contracts are a little messed up, and I think we'll do a whole show on that one day down the road. But they just have absolutely nothing to make it a fair and fun league across the MLB. And your big franchises profit the most. I would presume those are the reason why they don't have it, right? Because those teams want their full cut for their squad and what they've built. Because when you get into salary cap and some of that, sometimes you obviously have a lot more profit sharing because there's deals that go into things like that. The league revenue has to be able to help cover those teams to at least have that base salary and stuff. But it's like something has to happen because, I mean, you're looking at the salaries and it's going to be the Dodgers or the Mets. I don't know. How do we not see the Yankees
up here?
Right there, 273. Is
Well,
it
that's
not?
like that's one contract difference.
There we go. So there's their total payroll. I mean, it's yeah, so 50 million basically between that. But that it's crazy. I mean, how is a team that if you scroll down to like the bottom 20, 30, that's maybe 40, 50, 40, 50, 60 million. How are they ever going to compete? You got a guy like Shohei Ohtani that makes more than the whole team. Like it's almost embarrassing to go out on the field against them, right?
So number one, they do pay extra. However, in lieu of the salary cap, the MLB has a competitive balance tax, meaning they have this tax levied on teams that go over the designated amount that everybody has. I don't know the designated amount, but whatever that designated amount is, for every dollar you go over that amount, you have to pay a competitive balance tax. And that competitive balance tax is, my understanding, again, I'm not huge MLB, but my understanding is that is distributed evenly among the other teams that aren't using it. So that money is actually, that money is actually going to the other teams. Again, I don't fully understand how it works, but they are paying extra. They are paying that extra tax to go over the designated cap. Number two, the other argument is, why aren't I understand the money thing with the Dodgers and these big market teams that are making so much off jerseys, off ticket sales, off of these players. They're able to afford more, right? I get that. However, there are also some big market teams in here that are very similar, that are lower on the list, that could be spending more, that the owners just don't want to spend more. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a give and take. I know Pittsburgh is one that's always struggled in keeping top talent because top talent is going to these big clubs. I just don't understand why some of these lower teams aren't spending a little bit more to stay competitive. It is really interesting.
I appreciate it. And as you say that too, I mean, Red Zone Rips, G Greasy, Solomon, Apollo, everybody's hopped in onto whatnot. I don't know why you guys aren't spending a little more on the break. $9 is dirt cheap. It really couldn't be any cheaper. Feel free to hop in there. We've got random spots going. I mean, you'd be crazy not to, right? But no, thank you guys for hopping in. We're bantering. We're ripping. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say, and this isn't the only way that these teams get around, that set amount is paying the competitive balance tax. They also do the deferred salaries, right? Like the Shohei Ohtani contract. Like, what's he making? $2 million a year, or $1 million a year, or something like that, and he has everything else deferred until after his contract's over. So that is another way that these teams are getting around it. I do believe that there should be something in place for that. Again, I want to harp on that. Every team has the opportunity to do this. So it's not like the Dodgers are the big bad wolf and they're the only one that can spend money. No, other teams have the same opportunity that the Dodgers do, that the Mets do, the Phillies, the Yankees, all of them.
For sure. I guess they have the opportunity, but I would say the opportunity is not there for all of them to spend $250 million a year if they don't have the money. And I think that something should happen in the effect of whatever, and we'll need to look into it so we can talk about it a little better in a future show. But whatever that tax is, I'm sure it doesn't compare in comparison, right? Say they're over, let's say that's a 200 million mark. Let's just say that 150, because there's only like 8 teams over that 200. Let's say 150 million mark. Okay, so you're at 300, you're doubling it. 150. What are you paying? A 10% tax? Like, that's what I would want to find out, because that 15 million isn't doing much. It's giving each team $1 million. I would want to know and understand that and how it's being divvied up. But I really just think you have to get a base model like the other leagues do of revenue that allows those teams to have that $150 million. You give it to them however it works, whether it's, this is your base salary, everything that team generates goes to the league. Perhaps that team does have to raise their prices a little bit, but ideally they got a better product on the field, because there are a lot of teams out there too that run this low salary. And their whole gimmick is just like, yeah, sure, cool. It's $8-9 tickets and anybody can come, cool. And it's almost like, I would say, you look at it, you're almost coming just to see the opposing team sometimes in some of the stadiums. And I say that as politely as I can, but you can easily, I think, find a way to levy that and figure out the disparities in the different teams and at least like the bottom team that's $50 million. Okay, it's $100 million. That, yes, it's a lot of money, but there's a lot of room to play and get it to like any other league. Because if every other league can do it, it's not like we're bringing some crazy theory forward.
Mm-hmm.
Literally just do what all the other leagues do. It's there.
Yeah, I definitely understand. And I mean, I think that we may be a little too far gone with baseball. It would be hard to come back from the Dodgers being stacked like this than from the Phillies being stacked like this. However, my understanding is that, and I'm, again, take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt here, is that the MLBPA so the Players Association is not really interested in a salary cap, because with the salary cap, that's those top level players, that's going to limit the amount of, the size of their contracts. So
which is good though. Like I've always thought it's quite ridiculous to have some of the disparities they do. Like even in the NFL, which is a lower disparity, I think that the quarterbacks are a little overpaid in comparison to other players on the field. Yeah, sure, they are usually the backbone of the team and the person that's leading it and the most important person on the field, but they're getting $25-50 million a year in comparison to, a top running back's getting like 12, and you have some wide rights that are getting in that 14-15. But in baseball, it's just a crazy disparity. And I think that, again, setting that high end limit, having your rookie contracts, etc., entry level as a set limit on the lower tier players. Yeah, sure, these guys aren't going to make that zillion dollars, but now you put it in a position where are these guys going to absorb the whole contract and be a superstar on the team, or are they going to give the hometown Crosby deal and make it so that we can play some baseball? Because at this point, I think it's a little far-fetched to think that anybody other than the top teams on this list are going to be competing for a World Series most years, right? And it's crazy to see Toronto in there at $233 million. Is that American, where they get all these Canadian dollars? That's like $400 million, but it's crazy.
So yeah, and you made a great point. You don't see a lot of the Crosby deal. When we're saying the Crosby deal, Sidney Crosby has taken $8.7 million per year throughout his contract, just another 2 years for 8.7, when Crosby's probably worth 10 or more. And definitely earlier in his career, he was worth 10 or more. So not too many players in the MLB are taking that hometown discount to stay with the team. So that's very interesting. Another thing that we need to consider with the MLB is that baseball is slowly dying. And as much as I hate it, and as much as the MLB is trying to do more, they're trying to speed up the game. They're bringing in more tech to it. You could challenge pitches at spring training. I thought that was awesome. If the umpire called a ball, you could challenge it. So it was interesting. What I'm saying is that there are less fans in the stadiums at some of these smaller market teams. I went to a Baltimore Orioles game, who is a good team. Last year, they were fighting for the top of their division, and the stadium was maybe 20% full, 25% full. It was there was barely anybody there. Yeah, it was a Wednesday night. It wasn't a weekend. I'm sure it's more full on the weekends, but if that revenue is not coming in, they don't have the money to spend, or they don't see that they have the money to spend. So it definitely adds a different layer to it. Whereas, the NFL, even the poor teams, a lot of them, the poor teams, even the lower seeded teams are selling out games. In the NHL, you see some emptier crowds at some locations. However, I would say the MLB, it's a lot more.
No, that's fair. And it's good take. And obviously you probably go to a lot more games than I do. I don't get to all that many, but it's cool to hear the experience. And for everybody who's tuned in on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, appreciate you guys tuning in. We're just rambling through episode 54, Bushleague Sports. We're also live on Whatnot. We're going to be ripping some packs here at the end of the show. So if you're with us here on Whatnot, feel free to grab a spot. We're ripping 5 blasters at the end of it. There'll be a ton of packs. BMCG, thanks for popping in. We got a few of the pals popping in, but we'll be ripping these blasters at the end. Again, if you're streaming the normal show that we've been doing for 50 episodes before we added Whatnot, there's a QR code down below of Sleep, and I'll pop it up if we change the view. You can go in, $9, grab a team, and we'll be ripping some packs at the end of the show. But I think that's, basically it's pretty simple. There should be a salary cap, and that's just the plain and simple of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I understand where we are now. I understand how we got here. However, the South, and maybe they could stage it out, years towards moving towards a salary cap. How do they get to a salary cap? Maybe they could stage it out over 10 years, over 5 years, to get to where it's more in line with the NHL, the NBA, and the NFL.
For sure. And I'm just going to take 2 seconds here and run. I'm going to get a Givey going in
our Whatnot stream. So in the Whatnot, we're going to run a Givey here. Let's go football, hockey card on screen. Yeah, there we go. We're going to run Givey number 1.
So if you're anywhere else, YouTube, X, Instagram, follow the QR code, head over to Whatnot. You can get a free team in there. You can get $15 off your first break. That's only $9, so free. And hop in the giveaway. We're starting it now. It's going to run for 5 minutes.
There's a couple hockey cards on screen. Who do you got there? Is that I see a Rangers card. What's happening?
So the hockey card giveaway is the one on the Mint Ink stand. So right now we're giving away one we pulled not too long ago. The Parkhurst Prominent Prospects Nils Lindquist rookie card. We just pulled that last week out of some Parkhurst, so we're giving that one away. We got a few others given away later. We got a Puka Nakua, a Toon Squad will be rolling out in a little bit, and a couple more Parkhurst, including, if we get her to the end, a Leon Draisaitl, Ice in the Veins. And then at the end of the show, if we sell out the break, we got a buyer's giveaway up top, that pack of 2023 Chrome. So hop in the Whatnot, get dialed in. If you're in there, hop in the Givey. I see a few people hopped in already. But I want to kind of deep dive a little bit further, maybe not deep, there's only 2 weeks left, but a little bit further into fantasy hockey and where we're at. And I know we touched on it a little earlier, but kind of want to know how you feel about your first year playing in a fantasy hockey league with the Canadian boys, and how that's been for you, learning the ways of the fantasy hockey rosters. Have you ever ran a fantasy hockey team like that before?
Maybe when I was 20 and it was a much more dumbed down league where there was just forwards and defense and goalies, and I wasn't as engaged as I was in this league. This league is far deeper, player by position, and a deeper bench. So that definitely made it interesting, and it was a blast. And there were weeks that I screwed up and I forgot to set a lineup, and that's something that you definitely don't want to do. But the guys in the league were all fairly cool, and it was a fun experience to again, we're just chatting on the Yahoo app, throwing trades out there, beaking each other. But it was an overall good experience. I know the way you guys set it up, where you kind of let me pick 4 to start. And I'm pretty set. I'm pretty set with my carryover 4 to next year. This is a keeper league, so you get to carry 4 players over into the next season. So I got my 4, and I'm pretty stoked, man. I'm pretty stoked. I got the milk and cookies boy, Macklin Celebrini. I got Crosby. Rope Hintz right now. He took a puck to the face the other day. He's I wouldn't say he's slumping. He's putting a lot of assists up. He's not putting the puck in the net. So he's one that's struggling a little bit. And then who's my other one? Oh, Jake Gensel. Jake does his thing, Gensy. But you're still in the playoffs. I'm out. I'm gearing up for the 2025-2026 season. You're still around. How's your team doing?
Not too bad. I'm just replying to John. So just give me 2 seconds and yap about something.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, John is our baseball card expert here with Bushleague Sports. So we'll be stoked to have John back on the show. I know he's a huge Dodgers fan here, so he's probably crying with all the smack talk we've been doing on the Dodgers and their CBT, their competitive balance tax going out to everybody and their moms.
Yeah, for sure. And sorry for everybody tuning in on YouTube and Instagram, Facebook. I just had to give John a quick message there. We're live on Whatnot, something we've been testing for the last few weeks. And so he was just asking about how not double pay for shipping. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Fucking tell me, bro. I don't know what it says.
So you don't have to double pay for shipping. What happens is when you're in the Whatnot room, it notices if you bought a team, and then when you go to bid on I think it usually happens like this for me. When you go to bid on the next team, you can see the tax is at like 5 cents or something like that. So when I go to bid on a team and I'm buying from Canada and I win a bid, it might say $5 shipping. And then the next team that I go to bid on, and if I win, it says 5 cents shipping. So it picks that up. So you bundle it. John, you'll have to check to see if it does that for this show. But I would assume it's probably something like that.
Yeah, and I know he got the Mets and the Cubs. And again, anybody tuned in, sorry, we just went totally off topic, but the guys were chatting with me on there. And so it's good because we kind of got to learn the feedback on that. And I don't know, there's maybe 8 of you watching anyway. But lobbyists. But John and Rehu, if you guys don't mind, just tell me, what did it say and what did it charge you? Please let me know, because literally this is the only way I know. Like, I can't look at it as a consumer. No clue. Absolutely no idea. So if you guys can give me the feedback after you purchase, and then if it tells you, if it's overcharging you shipping, just let me know. I'll gladly repay you myself with it, because that's what I'm literally trying to figure out. All this whatnot stuff, you have to preset it. And then if you buy multiple spots, I'm going to have to fine tune, because I know, like you say, some of them I go into, it says free shipping after. So I don't know if there's a setting I don't have on. Maybe it's if I'm adding the weight to it, because there's different things you can add. Like if a person buys an additional spot, how much extra weight does it add to the package or whatever? Oh, and John won the giveaway. So there you go. Okay, so Rehu said $11.99 and his was free after. So I'd like to know what John says, but John just won the giveaway anyways. So quit your fucking crying, buddy, because you got free shipping. Now I got to pay for it. You know what I mean, pal? Love you. Appreciate you. Woo, the gods were in your favor. They're like, oh, this guy crying about it. We got to have a good, happy customer over at Bushleague Sports that just get the fantasy gods to give this man a free giveaway win. We love to see it. But
John, send me that Niels Lundqvist rookie card, man. Niels, he plays for the Stars now. He, he's a Stars boy. I gotta support local.
I had to pretend like I was mad for a second to get him wrong.
No worries, man. But yeah, back to NHL fantasy hockey. It's been a blast, man. It's been a blast. Thanks for having me. How's your team doing?
Well, obviously, and you know what? I should grab the phone here in a second and just see how the squad's doing. I know in the league we were in, I was sitting, I think 9-5 when I went into the show. I think a pretty good chance of winning that league. And then the other fantasy league I'm in, tight, I'm sweating it out. I'm going to have to look. I had to make like a couple last day pickups to hope and pray to get like enough hits to win it. Like, we're that tight. I'm banking on hits and shots. And I benched my goalies because my save percentage is like 0.912 and his is 0.910. And so it's like, if I don't get the win and I lose that save percentage, now I get 0 stats. So I benched my goalies today. But looking ahead into next week, which is what we got going down in the corner if you're tuned in on the show. Let me see. Oh, I just got to minimize this one. There we go. We got next week's game. So we're wrapping up fantasy. And as we've been telling everybody all throughout the season, one of the biggest ways to take home your fantasy hockey championship is man games. And that is just without a doubt the best way to pad stats. Because in hockey, if you're playing games, you're getting shots, you're getting hits, you're getting blocks. So you want the guys that are playing the most games in a week. And I don't know how that's been working through you throughout the season, but I'm going to send another Givey live here and tell the people how that's been manning. Or have you been using it much? Or
yeah, so I used it a lot more early on. However, then as we moved through the season, I found my roster that I liked. So I was probably only streaming 1 to 2 players a week. When I say streaming players, dropping a player, picking up a player that maybe has 4 man games that week. And that's what Tyrone means by man game. So looking at this daily face-off counter below me, you can see that the Ducks have 3 games this week. The Bruins have 2. The Sabres have 4. You're looking to stream from those teams that have 4 man games that week. That means more shots on goal, more hits, more face-off wins, more blocks, etc. So I know this week is a big week, and it's perfect timing for fantasy playoff hockey because I think there's something like 12 teams with 4 games this week. Absolutely wild. Maybe not that many. Maybe it's 10. I don't know. We'll count them as we go through. It's quite a bit though. So that's 1, just good news for everybody.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
It is 12.
Yeah. It's a dozen. Attaboy. Been scouting. But no, it's as always, like it's one of the keys, right? You're not going to drop your studs. It sucks if you got a team like Boston that's only playing 2 games or something like that, but there's not a lot you can do about it. Now, with that said, go ahead.
No, it does, but who are you going to stream from Boston right now? You got to look at these teams too to determine who you're going to stream.
I'm talking more the other
Yeah.
way. If you if you had Marchand or if you had Bergeron or something, when you come into this, there's nothing you can do. You're only going to get those 2 games of them.
Yeah.
Look to that team to stream, but it's kind of
yeah.
But,
So Swayman and Pasta are the only 2 that are on that team right now. So if you really have those 2, you're kind of stuck. You might look to stream a goalie if you have Swayman. You might look to stream a goalie at some point this week. However, yeah, that's where I was going with that. Sorry to step on you, man.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to say, because I said in a group chat a little earlier, like, oh, if you got a guy with only a couple man games this week, like, that's your fault. The fantasy playoffs are won in the draft. And, the guys thought that was a hilarious comment. But what's funny is, like, I'm actually dead serious. Like, when I go into a fantasy draft like this, especially hockey, I will look what week are playoffs, 22, 23, 24. I will come look at this on Daily Faceoff, see the roster, and I will take a note of what teams in, say, week 1 and 2, especially of the playoffs, are playing 2 games. And if I'm in the draft room and it's coming down to, like, okay, am I going to take Pasta or Nylander? And Toronto's not on that list of, hey, you have like a horrible playoff week, that will push me over the edge. As crazy as that sounds, it will, because when it comes down to it at the end, there's nothing you can do if you get to those 2 games, unless you're an absolute like lunatic like me who looks into that before the season. You can actually prepare for that. And as we end our season, if you're watching this, one of the few viewers, the very least I can do for you is give you that knowledge, because it's key. It really is. It's insane, but it's so important.
So I want to say I've been a fantasy football player. Am I a player? Am I a fantasy football player? Is that what
well, according to the federal government, fantasy football is not a gamble. It's a skill-based game. So, I mean, you're a player.
Yeah, so I'm a player. So I've been a fantasy football player for several years. Again, hadn't done hockey until this year. Probably been 10, 15 years for me. Fantasy hockey is a little bit more fun than fantasy football. I'm gonna throw that out there. It's a little bit more fun than fantasy football because you're doing it all week, and it's 7 months out of the year, however long it is. It's just it's more engaging. There's more going on. You have to pick up and drop players. It's not like you're waiting for that one running back to get hurt so you can get at the top of the waiver wire and throw your 200 fab at it to get the backup running back. No, it's way deeper than that, and it makes it an absolute blast.
Nice, that's awesome. And if you're here, if you're watching anywhere, we're live on Whatnot. We got spots going. There's a giveaway live, international giveaway, Puka Nakua card on screen. Hop in that giveaway. I see there's only 3 people in there, but there's a bunch of people in the stream. So hop in the giveaway. Don't miss that. And remember, we're going to be ripping cards here, probably about 20 minutes as we wrap up the show. We'll be ripping some baseball cards. And thank you to Ryan Slider, Brailer, everybody who's hopped in there. We appreciate you guys. And, of course, all the OGs tuned in on YouTube and everywhere else. Loving it.
Let's go.
But no, it's obviously a big journey to get this far. After today, both leagues, only 4 teams going to be left in both of them. And I might have to grab my phone here in a sec and see where I'm at, like literally live show the people where we're at here. But going into next week, the big teams, obviously anyone with 4, but you're going to be looking, as I always say, to those teams playing 4 and 6 days if you can. So right out the gate, Dallas and Detroit, and I've been looking at them for a few weeks, are 2 teams that stand out. They have 4 games, 6 days. That's a good pickup early in the week that you can ride the whole week, as well as Minnesota, New Jersey, and was there one more? Nope, those 3. So there's about 4 there. New York Yankees just went to Rahu in the break. You love to see it. 20 seconds left in the giveaway. Get her dip and chat somewhere over there. Dial her in. But those are the teams I'm looking to, right? And so if you have guys sitting around, like maybe someone's kicked a couple Dallas D-men to the. I mean, Jamie Benn sits around in some leagues. Detroit, you're gonna have a few guys kicking around that are good. Minnesota, definitely a few players or some D-men that can be picking you up some blocks or some stuff late. So
I do have a Dallas player to stream for everybody to look out for as you move through these playoffs. If you are looking for a defenseman, Leon Bichel from the Dallas Stars right now has come in. He's played 25 games in the NHL. He's a rookie, drafted, I think 2 years ago, Swiss kid, and he is laying the hammer on people. I think he leads the team in hits, and he's played, less than half the games. Maybe not that. I don't know. He hasn't played nearly as much as the rest of the squad. So if you're looking for those stats on the PK, plays a lot of PK, penalty kill. He's blocking shots and he's just laying the body on everybody. So those are two stats in a lot of these leagues where you're blocking shots and hits. So Liam Bichel would be a good stream, and I guarantee he's available in a lot of leagues. So if those are stats you're chasing, Liam Bichel would be a solid pickup and available.
Appreciate it. The fine tune in there for sure. And even for my Red Wings, again, there's going to be some teams that Patty Kane hasn't been picked up because he's been in and out. He's been hot. He's been cold. A lot of times you're going to find in hockey leagues too, say football, 10 teams is pretty small. Your average is going to be 12, 14. Hockey, you're going to find a lot of smaller leagues, right? Like ours is pretty big with 14 teams. So when some of these names I say, you're like, oh, really? But like in a lot of leagues, you're not going 200 players deep, like we are. You're only going maybe 120 if you're 10 teams and a little less of a roster. Like my other league, we just have one bench. Well, that's huge. Four less bench and 4 less teams. All of a sudden, it's 80 less players that are off the board. So it's a big difference, right?
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. And again, I'm new to it. So, when you say Patrick Kane, I'm like, what league is Patrick Kane available? So no, thank you very much for that insight.
And I'm just going to pop up on Whatnot. I'm going to throw should I throw another giveaway live? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. If we don't have 10 shares. If we get 10 shares in the Whatnot, I'll send another giveaway. I can't just give my money away for nothing. You at least have to tell a friend, hey, this guy's giving his money away. That would be great. But no, it's sweet to see you enjoy the first season you played with us in fantasy and have a good time. I was actually Razin. So Hot Dog, he's in the league with you. He's the guy that bought the first 3 spots in our break tonight. As I'm razzing him, actually trying to get him to take over the one other team I would like to have taken over in the football dynasty league that you're in, that I noticed you're like fed up with us because it's the off season. You've been ignoring us for a week, righteously so. You should. Like, we're all degenerates. I literally tell everybody after the season, you do not need to pay attention till the draft in May. But there's about 5 of us that are just complete degenerates and like communicate on there almost every second day. But again, that's a lot of the reason why I love fantasy, right? Like we talk about it a lot, and like without that group chat, I'm probably not talking to the boys like all year. So even if it is a dumb little fantasy conversation or poking at each other for trades or a little razz, it's way better than like not talking to your friend for 3 years. And that's one of the things I like about it.
And this is where I'm not on that level in this league. It's because I don't know you guys. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not in on the dirty details of what's been happening over the last 27 years of your fantasy league. I don't know. So I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. I'll check out. I'll be back here in a couple of weeks before the draft. And
well, me and you will grow the show. And as we plan to do with like some of the listeners and other people, I want to do drafts in person. I would love to do like trips and get people together for football drafts, hockey drafts, stuff like that. So I'm sure over the next decade, we'll get to know some of the boys a little bit. It'll be fun. And Ryan Slider and anybody tuned in on Whatnot, appreciate it. We kind of do the show a little different. We stream our Bushleague Sports Show for the first hour on Whatnot while we fill the break spots. And shouts to anybody who's been grabbing those. We'll be ripping 5 blasters at the end. And you'll be able to, once we log off here, trade for some teams that are available if they're still there, if you bought 3 or more. And then 3, 5, 7 teams bought, you get some free packs as well that will lock you in there. But for now, we're ripping. I put the rules down below the show to keep you guys dialed in, and everybody else on YouTube, X, Instagram. Appreciate you guys tuning into a little Bushleague Sports banter. We'll be gearing up for, I guess, a few more shows in the future too. I know next week, or I think in the future, we're going to be doing a little UFC chat here in the next couple weeks. And then before you know it, it's NFL rookie draft coming up and all kinds of other stuff. So it's like it all kind of happens fast. And we didn't quite get to where I wanted to be able to launch our baseball leagues this year. It just, I think, would have been an extra little too much for me. But we have our website coming in a few months. And so probably next year, we'll really bring baseball on as we have the website there and a little ease into everything. And for Ryan Slider, anybody in here, I'm literally going to make it so that on our Bushleague Sports website, our VSP tokens, our Bushleague vending tokens, and many other tokens connect and have the ability to play fantasy at a discount and win entries into our pack rips and all kinds of other things. So thank you guys for joining and appreciate it. But as fantasy hockey wraps up, I almost think I should grab my phone and just see where I'm at. What do you think? Should we live show the good people
Let's see where you're at. Then I have some NHL questions for you as we move towards the playoffs. I know we got probably about 5-6 more minutes here before we get over to the break.
Technology. I got to get the phone and cup technology over here.
Love it.
Let's see. Okay, so we're either going to be tears of joy or sadness. We'll see what the teams are saying. So we'll let the people see it live. Okay. So
8-4-6-4.
Okay, so that's a good sign.
Who are you playing in our league?
Wuhan. Well, I don't know. That might get us canceled if I say his team name, but I'm playing the Wuhan Wiener Pigs, pal of mine, out of good old who knows where. I can't say in case the people come for him. But 8-4 against him. Let me see. I got one guy left, Anderson, playing against Boston from the good old LA squad.
Oh, okay.
So he's the last guy I got playing because I picked up some guys to try and get some last points, like shots and blocks and stuff like that. He's got Kevin Fiala playing, and I think that one's going to be in the bag for me. There's one or two things he could take over. If he does, I still think I get the win. It'll be like 7-5 or something like that.
Gotcha.
And then let's see in the other league here, 6-4. So hits, they came back and tied. Blocks, I was ahead on. I need one hit to win. Oh, I'm getting messages right now, so the boys are all looking at it right now. There's Sambo's going, good game. It's not quite over, but he's admitting his defeat, which for me, admitting my defeat is a tactic to actually win. I just cry and pretend I'm sad, but it's actually just me like willing the fantasy gods into making everyone else think they've won. And if they aren't putting the I need to win energy into the atmosphere, the fantasy gods know, and they just crush your soul. And so I'm always playing the atmospheric waves.
You're wild. You're absolutely wild. But no, dude, glad to hear it. Glad to hear you're hanging around and crushing it.
Let's see. I just got to see if he's got any players left on his team playing right now. My pal Sambo. No, he's done. So that is a wrap and so I benched my goalies the last 2 days too. I had enough starts. If you look in our league, I benched the goalies today. Just a clutch move because like I said, I couldn't risk that stat. And if I would have lost that one stat, I would have lost this championship. And you know what's actually crazy too is I was looking at it and Hyman was injured start of the week. And my kid has skating Tuesday, so I took her skating and then I went for like a run, kind of jog around the rink. I was trying to work my knee out a little bit. It's been bugging me. So I was just kind of walking, doing a sprint, doing a sprint. Forgot about my lineup. Looked in the first period. Oh my God, I left Hyman on. Okay, well, whatever. He hasn't been that great. Bet you my luck he'll have the game of his life. What's he have game of his life? 2 goals, assists, 7 shots. And so I've been just fearing all week because it wouldn't have even been a contest right now if I had those points, because I would be like a goal or 2 ahead. I'd have 3 more points. So I've been really sweating that my own accidental benching was going to kick me out of playoffs round 1. But I made her through, and it looks like I'm going to be moving 2 teams on to fantasy playoffs. So, I mean, if you're tuning into the show, obviously you want to take advice from guys that win, right? You don't want to be listening to a bunch of losers. You want to listen to guys that come out, they take home fantasy championships. That's what you want right there. See? The dancing dogs taking out the Wuhan Wiener Pigs and the Bushleague Beauties. Look at that ugly little Habs logo. Wow.
Dude, the Habs are on fire, though, right now. The Habs are looking like they're going to get a wild card spot in the East. Dude, the NHL's going crazy right now. It's been massive.
Where's the Red Wings at? Should we pull this up quick?
Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan Slider. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Easy on the Habs. You've bought a team, so I'll take it easy on you. Tune in next week. I'm going to absolutely destroy them.
Dude, I was giving the Habs props, man. The Habs are absolutely on fire right now, looking like they're going to hit the playoffs. Let's pull up. I want to pull up the standings as well. I was going to ask you kind of what you were thinking going into the playoffs right now. What teams do you like? What teams do you not like? Because the Canes have also been on fire since the trade deadline. The Stars are slumping. I don't know if it's the Mikko Rantanen curse. I don't know what's happening with that, but yeah, the Habs are playing out of their mind.
I sent this one to the group to Buddy because my team they call me the Chihuahuas, so I sent them this one.
Terrible. You're terrible.
Like that, Sambo? Thanks for the good game. See you next year, pal.
Yeah, I think that the Wings are struggling a little bit, aren't they? The Wings
Yeah,
and
they've been falling
Columbus.
apart at the seams.
Yeah. Here we go. Wild card. Yeah, right now we got Ottawa and Ottawa as well. Ottawa's playing out of their mind as well. So we got the Wings right now 5 points out of the second wild card.
Oh, that's maybe too many. How many games left? We got 10? 8?
You have 12.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah, you have 12 games left, the Wings. And then on the other side of the house, Minnesota and St. Louis. St. Louis, holy cow. St. Louis is in the second wild card now. I know Vancouver and Calgary kind of have been battling for a while, so it's cool to see St. Louis kind of move up.
Listen to the show. I've been telling everybody for weeks. Justin Falk, who was in our Fantasy 5 a couple weeks ago, the guy dialed in tonight, helped me take home a championship. You just got to listen to the boys at Bushleague Sports. Not only do we just give you free advice, we give you basically free sports cards, $9. Grab a spot in the break right now. We'll be ripping that after the show. We're just giving everything away for free.
Love it, dude. I'll tell you what, I won.
Which one? What'd you win?
I got it from you. I got it from a break here on Bushleague
Oh, wait,
Sports.
yeah, what'd you get? They made it. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, the Bedard Rook. It's a dope one. What else do we
They're
got?
base, but still, it's cool.
Oh,
I got
yeah,
it
for
in
sure.
once.
Got Austin Matthews numbered here the other day. Pretty sick.
I sent you a couple little extras, couple for the kiddos.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you're absolutely crushing it, man. So thank you so much, man. My son was so stoked. He even asked me again if you have lacrosse cards yet. And I said, bud, he's going to try to find them. It was so cool. And
I will literally go to the Sask Rush place so and like get him like a poster or something and get it signed. And actually, I'll talk to my buddy Connor. I bet you he can pull it off for me and I'll get it sent out to you.
He'll have no idea what it is, man. Yeah.
But then he'll look into it and
hopefully. Yeah, dude, I've had a couple. I got Elias Pettersson jersey the other day. Man.
Nice.
Yep.
And anybody, if you're watching this Bushleague Sports Show, thank you for tuning in. We chatted a little bit of MLB Spring Training. Our buddy Sleep here got to go down, view that. And then we chatted MLB salary cap. We definitely think there should be one. And then got everybody tuned in for next week's NHL Fantasy. Got all the teams that are playing 4 games next week. That's what you want to look to early in the week. And then obviously later in the week beyond that, you want to make sure that depending what you make for those moves and what you make for those pickups, that you get if you do get some of these guys with the 4 games, you want to be looking to Sunday, then maybe drop them, pick up a guy on Sunday to help you push over the edge and win that championship. I mean, you might even be in some cases, you're so far ahead, you can actually use that move for next week. But playoffs, sometimes it's not worth risking it. You got to be really, really ahead. But you can get yourself then set up with an extra move. So say you have 4 moves in a week. You use your first 2 for those, you get basically 4 games for your first 2 moves. That's 8. And then drop them, grab a Sunday player. You can get 10 man games out of a couple moves, right? Or you can even strategize it in different ways, but it's so easy to just load up on man games. And if you want to win hockey fantasy leagues, that's how you do it, folks.
Love it, man. Love it, dude. Well, this has been a fun show. I enjoyed getting into baseball and kind of talking it out with you. It was cool talking about the trip and the salary cap, obviously there's
and I'm sorry. I know if people, I razz him all week. I'm like, hey, buddy, like we got to get some clips up. We need a few extra clips, whatever you want to talk about, send it over. He sends them over to me. And then I just expect that they're good. I look an hour before the show and the file isn't right. So I apologize. He had some great stuff to chat about. We'll dial it in for next week. A little Rempe hit. Maybe it should have been called. Probably shouldn't have. And a couple other things to chat about. But I don't know what that file type is. But if you don't mind, if you can check it out, it's weird. It came over as cute. I know if I use like a phone thing and I send it to my thing, sometimes it acts up. I don't know what. Okay.
I
have to get a
recorded screen recorded, zoomed in. Okay. So I don't know.
I'll set it up because there's a thing in Final Cut I can plug it into and I think it converts it. I just have to remember how to do it. So I'll get that set up in the future. But just so you guys know, we're not all Bush League here. It's just me. Sleep had us dialed in.
We're gonna talk a little bit about Bedard getting back-to-back game misconducts or not game, 10-minute misconducts in the game.
I mean, you can see the frustration coming out in the kid, right? And, obviously can chat about it for a few seconds. You got the rookie card and stuff, but I mean, you don't do that often when you're a young superstar. Like one of the announcers said, probably will be the only time in his career you get back-to-back 10-minute misconducts. And I mean, you'd hope so, because we're looking at a superstar, not a kid that's out there sitting, what's 10 minutes every game do for you if you're not playing when you're supposed to be the future of the franchise, right?
You have two teams right now with young studs in the San Jose Sharks and the Chicago Blackhawks. And it seems like the vibes are in the basement in the Blackhawks organization, and the vibes are in space in the Sharks organization, man. The Sharks look like they're having fun out there. Yeah, they had a big sell-off at the end of the season here at the trade deadline and shortly before the deadline. But you got Will Smith and you got Tyler Toffoli and you got your boy Macklin Celebrini. I'll tell you what, man, I am all stoked on the Sharks, stoked to see who they pick up this coming year in the draft and if they get a high spot. But the Sharks are swimming and it looks like the Blackhawks are drowning right now. Oh, the Sharks are swimming and the Blackhawks are drowning.
That was absolutely like you were dialed in, buddy. I don't know if you pre-planned that, if you wrote
I
that
didn't.
down, like
I didn't
before the show started or anything, but that was very good. I was like, oh, I was giving you a thumbs up while I was drinking. I was like, that's a good one.
Yeah, no, I love it. But TK, man, is it time to get to the break? Or time to get over to whatnot primarily?
Your tipper sideways 45 there, boy. Yeah, it is. We got 11 spots gone, so we're going to try to fill the other 18 or 19. There'll be some people that bought 3, 5, 7. Chat with them, maybe give them an extra team, maybe trade them a team, get them some pack rips. But thank you to everybody who's tuned in, everybody who's been here with us for the last 2 years through YouTube, X, and Instagram, which just cut off after an hour, hard cut us. Thank you guys for being here. And I got to remember that. That's something I got to remember before Instagram cuts off. I got to start telling people, hey, go over there, go over here. But if you are chilling with us, we got the Whatnot logo up by Trav's head there. I'm going to just pop it in here. We're going to be moving over to Whatnot. I'm going to leave this stream going. Trav's going to hop out. I'll be on here just ripping some packs and chilling so that you can tune over. I don't know, like, should I keep the stream going while I rip? I may as well. Then I can pull content from it after if I want, etc.
Yeah, your call, brother. Your call. But again, you're going to primarily focus on the rip, on the Whatnot audience. So if you are on YouTube, if you are on X right now, get over to Whatnot. Again, links right here and get in on some of these rips. Get in on this break. $9 a team to bid starting out, and it's off to the races.
Yeah, and I appreciate you as always for tuning in, giving us a little insight on spring training and how that went. And next week, I can't remember, what do we got queued up for next week? I know I set it up, but let me just double check here. No, I don't.
You sent it to me. I breezed through it. I thought it was a pretty good plan, man. We do got it going on.
Can you see our text right now? Hopefully not.
I can't. No, my phone's in front of me.
Good. Then I can look. I can pop it back up in the text. So next week, folks, we will be yapping about a little bit more NHL fantasy. We'll be tuning into the fantasy playoff finals. The week after that, that's a big one. I think I'll be on tour. I'll be out in Lethbridge. One of our guys at Bam Bam Fitness, one of Joel's fighters and pro MMA fighter, Nick the Fury Felber, will be having his bare knuckle debut in Lethbridge on April 5th. So 2 weeks from now, I'll be giving a recap on that, as well as UFC. We got Josh Emmett fighting UFC Fight Night, Emmett versus Murphy. So 2 weeks from now, we'll be having a UFC rip with some UFC finest cards, chatting about both those fights. And I'll get to go down, hang out at the Rumble in the Cage 69 to watch Nick's bare knuckle debut. And then a couple days later, me and Joel will be wrapping up some filming for Bam Bam's Fitness, which I will play you guys a promo for that in a hot minute here. But next week, we will be wrapping up fantasy hockey for the most part, and then deep diving a little bit into UFC in the weeks to come. But as always, Trav, thank you for joining. Thanks for all the good stories. And everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. We are going to be on Whatnot. I'll leave that up. There'll be a link going, and we'll see you there. Until next week, baby. Stay Bushleague, brother.
You.
Take care, homie.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I think if I set this here and then I play a little thing-a-ma-ding, we'll be back rolling in a second. Thank you guys for tuning in. Whatnot stream, I'll be there in 2 shakes with you. I got to set up the high-tech technology, phone and cup.
Coming at you live from Bam Bam Fitness.
All right, guys, Joel Mills here with the Bam Bam Boxing Academy. We got 14 workouts in our Bam Bam Boxing Academy. Now, these 14 workouts are specifically made to take you from simple mechanics all the way to a full fighter by the end of the 14 workouts. Workout 7, workout 14, we have some crazy conditioning rounds, some championship rounds. Those could be sprinkled in throughout these workouts, but the more you work through this program, workout 1 through 14, the more you're gonna become refined as a fighter, as a fitness enthusiast, as someone just looking to get in the best mental and physical shape they can, guys. I'm also online 2 days a week with our MetaBands program and 3 days a week with our Crossbody Fitness program. So we're here to fulfill all of your physical and mental needs when it comes to exercise, guys. And reach out to me directly, touch base on anything from recovery to the workouts, to what weights you're using, to nutrition, to supplementation. Anything you want, guys, I'm here for you. I want to see you guys take this course and become the best version of you can, and I know you will. In this class and in this course, guys, I go through all the things that got me from amateur boxer to national champion to eventually going into the professional ranks and getting to hang out and do training camps with the guys like Manny Pacquiao, Freddie Roach, Justin Fortune, and all of these guys at the top of the boxing world that I was able to learn so much from. I'm so grateful. But more than anything, guys, I'm grateful for you being on here, and I'm grateful for you taking the steps to create the best version of yourself with BamBamsFitness.com.
Bam Bam. Bam Bam.
We'll get a couple squats in, right? Dial it in. Gotta be accountable. Get a couple squats in while we're running the promo. But Chelsea Joel, Bam Bam Mills, you can head over to BamBamFitness.com. Anytime. I'll throw the promo code up if you're looking on the YouTube stream. I guess it'll be at the top of whatnot too. But get signed up for our live online workouts. They're some of the best in the game. And as you stay tuned to the show in the future, I'm going to be adding some stuff into some packaging that's going out from Whatnot, and you'll be able to get your hands on some free trials to that. But I'm going to get the camera switched over here, folks, and see if we can't get a little ripping going. So if I switch OBS to the phone, oh, I got to reconnect the phone, it looks like. So we got to abandon our phone and cup technology for a second. Oh, there we go. Is it here for this stream? And anybody who's in Whatnot right now, please feel free. Grab a spot. We're running them. John John's about to win one. It just sold. John, thank you. Appreciate you. We're going to get that ripping, and then we're going to rip some cards live here. We got the Puka Nakua card giveaway running. 2 minutes, 53 seconds left. So that card in the Mint Ink stand is live. Shouts to Mint Ink. I put out a sweet little piece of content with some funny cards that I, a little long-standing joke that I've been running with them for a bit. So check that out on our socials. And then I just got to plug this phone in and try to get some, I don't know how I'm going to be able to plug this in and get it to connect. It decided to disconnect from the stream, and now I have to plug it in to get it to run. So we're just going to lose audio for 2 seconds, folks. You're going to have to deal with it. There we go. Now I should be able to disconnect it. Continue. And we should be back. You guys should have audio. We should be rolling. Boom, boom, boom. Look, here's the master. Here's how it works. Here's behind the scenes. All right. There you go. Now you know behind the scenes. Cards everywhere. We'll take this phone and cup technology. We'll get ready to rip some packs. If you're in the stream, bruh, this is some Blair Witch camera right now. You like that? You remember that show? Oh, wait. Oh, it's weird the way the camera is up on the stream. It shouldn't be up that way. I'm going to have to fix that on the OBS. It's tripping out right now. I'll get that fixed in a second. But yeah, if you're, that's funny. Casoria, thanks for popping in, baby. And if you guys are in here, show notes, grab that coupon code. It's going to give you 50% off. So these $9 teams will be like $4.50. Hit the show notes. We're going to try to get the Blair Witch Project shut down on the camera, like the fella and whatnot was saying. I'm just going everywhere. I remember that show back. That scared the crap out of me as a little kid, I'll be honest with you. I think it did everybody back in the day. Things were different then, right? It was easier to like scare people with animation video and stuff back in those days. Just nobody was really used to the stuff they have nowadays. Okay, we got a good camera view up there. We are golden. So if I put the show back up, what's the best view for this, I wonder? I'm going to run that one. So if you guys are watching on YouTube and X still, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to be ripping some packs over here. I'm going to get this camera tuned down. And let's go with playing some tunes from our boy Snoop.
The only one, Kenobi.
Yeah, bitch, we in the metaverse.
Giveaway winner Ryan Slider with another giveaway win, 2 for the big dog. Taking them all home. What did he win? What was the other one? I forget.
NFTs and all my crypto is green. I'm watching Gary V on TV. What do you mean? She wear Gucci and Louis, but her favorite Celine. My old school is old, but I keep that shit clean.
Oh yeah, I gave away 2
Oxy
cards. I think the second one went to Ryan.
Sipping on some syrup, and I almost hit the curb.
Woo, TKB, let's go. Nice to see that, boys. Jordan, love to see it. Thank you guys for popping in. I hope my camera should be okay. You guys, what do you guys prefer in the whatnot? Do you like seeing like the triple view on top? Lean back, any DJs to the Jag. Don't have any Brian Thomas cards next to me right now. I mostly set up for baseball hockey tonight, but I will have to look and see if I can bring any next week. I don't know if I have a BTG or not. I'll run another spot in this break though. What do I need to get the Yankees state? So let me take a look at who's got what spots and what's happening here. I'm going to get caught up because we were just doing the show. And obviously, everybody who's at whatnot, thank you guys for staying tuned. Thank you for grabbing spots. I think it's one of the most productive ways for me and Sleep to do the shows right now, right? Because we're doing our show every Sunday anyway. Kind of allows us to pre-fill it. And now we're half full. It's more enticing for people to hop in and stuff too, right? I know it. I know, Lean. I appreciate it. We're giving right now. What we're doing is, if you buy 3 spots, you get mystery pull out of any of these old packs here. We got a couple old stuff in there, hockey, football. If you buy 5 spots, I got different mystery packs, UFC finest, hockey, Pokemon, whatever. And then for gold, if you buy 7 teams, we got artifact, some Topps Chrome, football Chrome, UFC hobby packs, all kinds of cool stuff. And then we'll let some people trade teams as well if they want. But thank you guys for popping in. Yeah, we got UFC lean back. Whatever you want, really. I got the prisms that we didn't touch last time. I got one more of those optics, and I also got a bunch of UFC finest mega boxes as well. But I'm going to see what we got for spots in this break, and then I'll dial that in. So just give me 1 second, please. I'm going to write down names and how many spots they got. Otherwise, I just forget. If I don't write it down, I 100% forget. And if you're in here watching on YouTube X, we're over on Whatnot right now. You can pop in with that link down in the little video down below, and that will get you over. You can get a team 50% off, first-time buyer. And Kasoria, anybody, if you're in here, feel free to check it out. Lean back. Thanks for grabbing a spot. Appreciate you. Let me know if you're interested. Yeah, I know he grabbed that to Puria, right? That was so sick. We called that. And we almost opened the prisms last time too, right? Remember? Oh, I'm going to pull this. I got the draft thing over to the screen. I'm going to pull that off because I'm with you guys now. So we can pull this off the screen. And you guys can get the full view there. There we go. Now you guys get the full view without the words over it. But man, that was so sick. We were going to open a different box almost. And I felt bad because I thought I opened the wrong one. But like I just tried to make it easy and be like, I'll just keep them and open the next one. But I'm glad we ripped that one because it had the Tapiri. It was so sick. Cincinnati Reds are gone. Let's go. We only got, what, half the spots left? Yeah, it's base Tapiri. Rookie, though. It's still sick that it was a rookie. It was the nostalgia of the moment for sure. Not that it was like super valuable, but for a PC card, super fun. I'll have to try to pull a content clip of it. Okay, so let me put in here the teams. And see who's all left, and then I'll Ryan, John, Ryan, Rehu, John, Juicy. Oh, my boy, Hot Dog, Juicy. So 3 of you got 3 teams. So options with 3 teams. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Options with 3 teams are mystery pulls out of the bronze tier box. We got some Super Mario cards, 90s hockey, 90s football. There's even a Ninja Turtles pack in there. We can also, Charlie can hustle. Let's go, baby. And then teams left: Arizona Diamondbacks, Braves, Baltimore Orioles, Boston Red Sox, Chicago White Sox, Cleveland Guardians, Houston Astros, Kansas City Royals, LA Angels, LA Dodgers, Philadelphia Phillies, Pittsburgh Pirates, San Diego Padres, St. Louis Cardinals, Tampa Bay Rays, Texas Rangers, Toronto Blue Jays. Here's what I'm going to do. The way we had it set up normally, boys, is if you got 3, you can trade for your favorite team if you wanted. I think what we'll run today, just for, and Mad Hat, Lean Back, Lennon, thank you guys for popping in. Sean Din, thanks for popping in. We are ripping some MLB right away. But I think what I would do, how's this for a deal with the fellas? If you already have 3, instead of having to trade 3 to pick your team, we'll take turns between the 4 of you that have 3 teams. You can go, and if you buy a 4th team, you'll either hit the team you want, and I'll let you pick anyone you want, or you'll get whatever, and I'll let you pick whatever you want. You don't even have to trade it in. So we'll make it a free squad. If you're into it, John, Ryan, Rehu, Hot Dog, we'll give you a free one. We'll lock it in. We'll turn 4 into 5. I think that's a fair deal. Instead of giving them up, because it's not filling, normally I would do the trade, but I'd keep us here all night, restock those 3 teams, resell them. No, just let you keep them. But I'm going to see who filled it first. So first up would be Hot Dog. If he's here, he would get first shot at it because he was the first dude to fill 3. If he's not here, the next dude to fill 3 would be Rehu. He would get first up pick. And then John. Ryan, then John. That's how the order would go. It would go Hot Dog, Rehu, Ryan, John. So if Hot Dog, if you're in here, dial in. If not, I know your team is the Padres. Does someone have the Padres? No, the Pittsburgh Padres are there. So I know that he would pick the Padres, and I'm going to make this MF for I'll chat with him after. He's one of my very good buddies. We're going to send the Padres to the dog because I know that's exactly who he'd want. So I'm going to remove the Padres from the break. Done deal. Padres are out of there. So next up, Rehu. So if you want, and again, I'm gonna razz Hot Dog, get him to buy a squad after. But if you want, I'll throw it auction live right now for like 30 seconds. If you grab the next team, I'll let you also pick a team to follow. And I'm going to turn these auctions down to 30 seconds. Oh, I don't know how to scroll sideways with a mouse. Let's go 30-second auction, starting price 9. Boom. So see what you get, and then I'll let you pick one. Forsty, thanks for popping in. Mahams, Super Poon, baby. Weston Elite, thank you guys for hopping in. We are ripping, and if you're still live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, anybody who's over there, thank you guys for popping in. We also got, we got a comment or two. Let's see. Music really loud, hard to hear you. Okay, Kayla, thank you for that feedback. What I'm going to do is kill the mic that's over by the computer. Appreciate that. Thank you. Like the doggo and the pretty lady. Love to see it. Brett, appreciate you, my brother. Always popping in. Okay, so now that we know that, let's play another tune for the good people. And hopefully it's not too loud because I cut the other mic. Rehu with the win. All right, Rehu, my brother. What did you win? Kansas City? It gave to you, nice. From the bottom, ain't no half. That's team number 4. I made it through, so they don't ask. And what team do you want? It's available. Long Beach, it ain't no half repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. From the bottom, ain't no half stepping. John, you in here? Through, so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, it ain't no half repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. Tell them never question, dog, I'm sitting ghost status. I know you want eating chicken with my jeans, smoking on some cabbage. Used to pedal on that swing with my fro out. Whole lot of bunnies flocking to me when I roll out. I've been rolling dubs, coin collecting, keep it sonic blue. Blue rags and house shoes, they know how the dog do. Skinny nigga, heavy pockets, the West OG. Can't a nigga cross the globe say they don't know me. Been applying pressure from 8 to 12. Just hold on a second, John. I'm just trying to make sure you get one of those 2 teams that you want. I was hoping that they would just both be sitting there when it came to you. I think Baltimore or Blue Jays. Okay, that's perfect. So then, Rehu will get the Angels because he was up first, John, in the order, which I apologize, but that's just the way she goes. We got to be fair. And I'll give you the Dodgers. Then that's cool. I went to you, John. I'm the dog, I made it through, so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, it ain't no half repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. That's good, thanks for popping in. From the bottom, ain't no half stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through, okay, so they don't ask questions. The Angels. Long Beach, it ain't no half repping. You would guess the Dodgers as your team, because he just took the Angels. They were both sitting there, but he just took the Angels. So I would give you the Dodgers if that works for you. Kept it solid, you won't hit me with no bad rep. Legendary Crippin' made it happen, and that's on the set. Still rolling on gold things, I'm a boss nigga, know I got it all. Chuck T's with the white tips, it's Long Beach when I make the call. It was Tangeray, never Indigo. I be drinking my own shit. Still next time I'll pull him early, John. I didn't notice that. As soon as he said it, I was like, oh, that was Steve John said. But we gotta be fair to the good people. Brady's a good supporter. We ain't gonna play no games with old ladies. Better love, now I'm full grown. We got Kansas City. Oh, no, I'll get that. I'll get money real long. So Angels are off the board. Going to Rangers. So then, John, I'll run a spot for you, whatever you get, and then I'll take the Dodgers off the board. Yeah, you did. John absolutely dominated you on the last one. So John, thanks for grabbing the spot. Let's see who you get. Because just in case you get the Dodgers, then you grab whoever else. Aside from ideally Baltimore or Blue Jays, because Ryan was kind enough to give me a heads up so that I didn't have to rob him because he was ahead of you, but I just was really hoping you'd get the team you wanted. But Ryan, thank you for giving me the heads up on those, but I won't let those teams go. So who's it? Is it going to give you a team? Arizona Diamondbacks. Okay, good. Because I was like, oh man, it's going to auto pick him Toronto, and I'm going to cry. But that didn't happen. Azu from the Braves, thanks for popping in. Braves might even still be available. Yep, Braves are available. Love to see it. But okay, so John, you got that one. You got the Dodgers. Thank you. Rehu, Angels. John, Dodgers. Ryan. So Ryan, I'll run a spot for you, and then you can pick Toronto or Baltimore. Thank you. Appreciate that. And anybody tuning in, we're just ripping 5 boxes. I can trade cards back to you, including one of my baseball teams, if you want to trade for. Ooh, John's heating up for the Angels. Now we're going to pull the Ohtani, John. Tampa Bay Rays, gone to Ryan. And then who do you want, Toronto or Baltimore? Baltimore. Baltimore is going to be gone. Orioles, gone. Ram Jua, thanks for popping in. Ardea, thanks for popping in. Orioles is a good pick. Lean grabbed that spot. And Lean, if you're still kicking around, want to rip any UFC, let me know. And if you guys are tuned in over on X or YouTube still, we are over on Whatnot. Grab that link that is down in the little AccuTars video rolling at the bottom there. You scan that link, it'll bring you right over to our page, and you can hop in the stream. First-time buyers, 50% off. And anybody who's in the stream, same thing. Casoria, before that runs, hit the show notes at the top if you haven't. There's a coupon up there. Every one of you, it's in the show notes. It says Beauty50. Click on the coupon, and if you click on it, it'll put it in your wallet. When your purchase runs, it should check out the 50%. I'm pretty sure. I could be for sure. Ryan, appreciate you. Thanks for your support. Big time. And I swear to God, I'm going to make VFPs great again. Icons attached to fantasy games. Mark my words. Let's go, baby. Thank you for your support. It means the world, brother. Like literally means a lot. Thank you. It won't be much, but like I will literally attach like a 10, 15, 20% discount to our games with those tokens. I think it'll be fun, and hopefully some of the VSP community will come over and use it, and should be pretty sweet. Stan the Man, Easy Rips, thank you guys for popping in. We're ripping some baseball here soon. We got 10 spots left, and we will be ripping those in a little bit. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. We're going to be ripping 5 Tops blasters. So we're just doing a cheap little Bush League break, $9 a spot, random team. And then we'll get ripping in a little bit. Okay, John, what are you thinking of trading him? Because I know you're searching for the Shohei, but we know Ray who's searching for the Shohei. Kasoria, let's see who Kasoria gets first. Oh, Kasoria's payment failed. He's broke. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. It's probably your Visa provider, brother. First time I tried to use Whatnot, it was like my Visa knocked it because it's like a streaming platform thing. So you might have to who knows? You might literally have to get on the horn with the bank for 5 minutes and see what they did with it, because that's what happened with mine. Or just double check your information. I know you just signed up. Maybe just put in a wrong card number or something. But no, I love it. I know you're not broke, bro. This guy's the hardest working MFer on Eastern Canada, splicing belts, making your world go around, MFers. What's the Chasing Series one? My man, you're going to know. Our resident football legend is going to know better than me. Our man, John, he'll be able to tell you. But I know we're chasing some Shohei. What are the rookie chases in this one? And obviously we got Golds, Royals, the parallels we're chasing, Father's Day card in there. But the player we are searching for, John knows better than me, to be honest with you. But obviously, always looking for a nice Shohei. If we're going to run another giveaway, let's run the Toon Squad giveaway on the Mint Ink stand. And then buyers only giveaway, a pack, 2023 Topps Chrome. It's like a $20 pack. We're going to give that away at the end of the show. We'll rip it, send it, shipped or ripped or sealed, whatever anybody wants. Sir Snowy, thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. John, I think he's watching a movie, so he's not giving us the chase details. Let's run a Gibby. Space Jam card. There's 2 of them. We got Space Jam, Toon Squad. We got the full team. Oh, there's a nerd giveaway. See? Nerd Gibby. And we got the team silhouette. 2 cards. I just put them both in the same sleeve. That one's live, though. Gibby, 5 minutes going. If you're in YouTube X, if you want to get in on the Gibby, follow the QR code down by the AccuTire in the video bottom right, and that'll get you over to our Whatnot stream. You can get dialed in. Yeah, Franco, Marsh, Shohei, Cruz, Trout, those are the boys. Can never go wrong with a Shohei, though. But our boy John, he's a resident baseball pro around Bush League here. He keeps us dialed in. I don't got a clue what I'm talking about with baseball. I know the Blue Jays are in Canada. No, I know a little bit, but not as much. I haven't been playing fantasy baseball last year too either, which kind of slows it down a little bit for a guy. But the more tuned in I am to fantasy, the more tuned in I am to any sport. But this year, I just had the last 2 years, I had to step away from baseball just to really try to focus in and dial in our hockey product a little better, make sure we have a good product ready for launch of the website. And I decided instead of trying to do 5 or 6 things medium, I'm going to try to do 2 or 3 things really good. And so we kind of stuck to football, hockey, and then we'll have some snow skate pick'ems, and then we'll bring in baseball and a few other things in the future. But when I'm not playing a fantasy of a sport, I tend to like dip my knowledge quite a bit in it, which has been the case for baseball the last couple of years. I'm going to run another spot. We only got 10 spots left. And so if you buy 3 spots, you get a free rip. You can get, there's some good ones in here, like a Mark Rippon. 92 football. We got some 1990 hockey. We got some little dollar Super Mario Bros. Packs. If you buy 5 spots, there's a few people near in 5. We got some WNBA, UFC hobby, all kinds of good. Oh, we knocked the guy over. What else? Parkhurst hockey, Pokemon. We got a few things. So if you buy multiple spots, you get a free pack too. Kind of can't go wrong. We have V-Friends cards too. If anybody wants, you just let me know. We'll rip anything you want. And if you're watching, again, we wrapped up episode 54 of the Bush League Sports Show. Myself and my beautiful co-host, No Sleep. Deep dive into MLB this week. He was at spring training, so I got to talk about that experience. Chat about MLB salary cap, and then dialed in everybody for next week's NHL playoff semifinals if you're playing fantasy. And again, at the end of the show, we got a buyer's giveaway, Topps Chrome, 4 cards for anybody who grabs that. And right now, we're giving away Toon Squad card. So if you're in there, see, if you're over on X or YouTube, come in, free card. You're going to be ripping any chromes. So I've been chatting with these beauties here at Mint Inc. and obviously reaching out to V-Friends. I'm hoping to get my hands on some. If I'm lucky, I'll have some for release. It might be a week or 2 after. I might not get that lucky that I'll have some for release. But 100%, I'm going to get a stock of V-Friends chromes, blasters, and hobby boxes. I'm going to get my hands on as many as I can. So if you're looking to get V-Friends chrome, I would love if you guys bookmark it. Give us a follow here at Bush League, because we're going to be getting that sometime, hopefully middle of May, and be able to bring that to you. Again, maybe not on release day, but 100% promise you we will be bringing some V-Friends chromes in, so it'll be fun. Fucking lean back. I appreciate you, brother. Means the world. I was trying to run them at 30 seconds, so sorry I ran another 2 minute here, guys, but we'll get that rocking. But we got a minute left to go. Did you get your package that I sent you? Did it show up already? Nice. That's good. I tried to throw in a couple extras for you. I appreciate you joining. There were some sweet polls in that finest, though. That's for sure. Lean back. Love it. Thank you. Big auction win. What team's he going to get? Braves. Let's go. So the Braves just went to Lean. So let's see. Lean's got 1, 2. Nice. 2 squads. I'll do the same for you I did for everybody else. Grab 3. You can either trade, or if you grab a 4th, I'll give you a free one. Same as I did for the other boys if you're into it. And again, I got some UFC too if you're interested in ripping any. I'm actually going to do in 2 weeks when we do the UFC show that I was talking about, if you guys were watching the Bush League Sports earlier, I'm actually going to rip a couple of these as well. So I'm going to sell spots. There's 6-packs and then 6-packs. So a blaster and a mega. I'm going to rip both of them. I'm going to sell 6 spots. You get 1 pack from here, 1 pack from here. And I'm actually going to do it during the show as a like review video. Sell those spots to some people. They can be in on the review video, and then we'll kind of edit that out and put it out onto YouTube and stuff. So I'm going to start doing the odd break too, where I turn it into a bit of a review, put it up on YouTube, and then if we get some sick polls, they'll be out in the stratosphere. So that'll be fun too. So let me lean. So if you buy another one, Lean, you can trade teams, or you get from the bronze mystery pull. So that's one of these like 92 packs or 1990 hockey. If you get 5 teams, then there's UFC like blaster packs that I'd rip. And if you get 7 teams, there's UFC hobby mega packs that I would rip. But I'm also willing to trade teams, etc. But UFC 5 teams will get you a blaster rip. If you can see it up top, 6 would get you a rip of those finest. These are the ones that might have an autograph pull or whatever in them. Is those ones there? Let's see what we got left. Cardinals are available for sure. But yeah, so what I did for everybody else, I'll do the same for you. If you get 4, with your 4th spot, I'll let you pick a free team. So if you snipe too quick, you're, I guess, guaranteed to at least get the Cardinals because they're up on the board. I'll just run some 30-second auctions. But that's what I did for everybody else, so I got to keep it even. Absolutely, Fry, hop in. If you want to grab one now, lean back, just the same deal. But if he wants to grab those, all he's got to do is say yeah, and then if you don't mind, I'll wait and run it for him after. But he once he gets back to me, I will. But Lean's been a beauty. He's supported quite a few, so I'll try to hook him up for sure. Sir Snowy, thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. But let's see what Fry gets. Fry will end up getting the team he wants, and then I'll feel bad. 3 seconds. Let's go. Oh, lean back snipes it just in case. Oh, you'll love to see it, boys. That's what it's about. Chicago White Sox. I'll run another quick one. Okay, well, it looks like he wants it. So if you don't mind, Fry, let him run one. And then I'm going to run a discounted one for you after. It's not cutthroat. That's technically just a man on a mission, you know? But you got 3, and so what I did for everybody else is with the 4th, you can pick a free one. So if you grab the 4th one, then you'll get the 5th with it too. Oh, I'll run it again quick. So I don't have the Yankees, so I can't execute that trade. The Yankees belong to, if I had them, I would make you the trade. They belong to Rehu, and he's already getting leaned on for the Angels, so you have to ask him if he would want to make a trade. But otherwise, I definitely hook you up with the Cardinals if you grab the next spot. But Fry, if you want one, feel free. I apologize. You got sniped, but that was funny as hell. I'm going to be honest. That was hilarious. Rehu, you lean back. Love it. Do you want to grab the 4th team, Lean, and then I'll give you the 5th? I'll give you the Cardinals free as the 5th. I don't know if the other fella's interested in trading Yankees. I'm not sure. He's getting hit from every angle. But we can definitely get the Cardinals on in your cart, I guess they would call it. Is that what they call it? I'm going to tell you what. Here's the deal, Ray. Here's the deal. Lean, you're going to get a bonus just because you're a beauty and you hooked up and basically ran the whole break for me last time. So Cardinals are off the board. They're yours. Your other boys, I hope you can appreciate that. But bro came in and spent like $200 last 2 shows ago. So we're going to hook them up. We're going to give them the Cardinals. I just broke my pen. I absolutely shattered it. Great. Can I put that in? There we go. I don't know how I think I just completely broke my pen. Did I fix it? Oh, I fixed it. We're rolling. Lean, we got you. Who left on the board? Fry? On the board, we got Red Sox, Boston Red Sox, Cleveland Guardians, Houston Astros, Philadelphia Phillies, Pittsburgh Pirates, Texas Rangers, Toronto Blue Jays. Oh, and he snipes one. Let's see what he gets. And we're doing if you get 3, 5, or 7 spots, you get free packs as well. Philadelphia Phillies, let's go. Okay, if we hit the Ohtani, message John. We'll work out a deal. And I'll mediate it. Make sure it's fair for the boys. And if anybody's tuning in on YouTube or X, wondering what we're doing, we're over on Whatnot. We're going to be ripping cards here right away. There's only 6 spots left in the break. Over on Whatnot, thank you to everybody who's tuned in on it. We're going to be giving away some cards here in a little bit. I don't know who won the last giveaway. I missed that. I'll have to see who that. I don't know. Are one of you in here? Do you know if you won the giveaway? I don't know if you won it or not. No clue. And then there's a buyer's giveaway, Topps Chrome pack for someone at the end of it all. And John, sorry the Angels ended up going. I made you sweat it out. I apologize. I thought I had it figured out, but we're Bushleague here. Either way, a good man got it. Oh, you got it, Fry? Nice. That's sweet. So then you get some free shipping. I love it. I love it. Oh, and grabbing a second spot. Thank you. Appreciate that. And then, yeah, with 3, you'd be eligible for a free pull, or we'll let you pick a free team as well with a 4th. We let the other man away with 3 because he bought the place out last week. But Cleveland Guardians, let's go. Hopefully Theo come back. I'll message him. Or Rehu, are you in here? I should make you mod. I should give you mod powers. But you should tag Kasori if you're in here. Tell him come back. He tried to buy one. I would love to hook him up with a spot. Or tell him to text me what team he wants. Actually, I'm just going to hop on my computer for 5 seconds. Ask him what team he wants. I'm just chatting with Johnny. He's in the background. John, I seen your offer. Tried to get some bidding for you. Going to get back to driving. Chatting with my buddy Hot Dog, who bought a few spots, letting him know we're ripping soon. John, we'll dial you in a trade. Appreciate you. Couple comments over on YouTube. Let's see. Wish I knew what you were doing, but I'm sure it's legit. His guy is actually a fair trade. What's up, Seth? Appreciate you popping in. I see you just now on X. We're over on Whatnot. We're going to be breaking cards and ripping a few different packs of 2022 fantasy baseball cards. So if you're on Whatnot, there it is if you can see. But we're going to be ripping cards. So if you hop over on Whatnot, first-time buyers, 50% off their first purchase. I just chatting with. Okay, so Fry grabbed 1, 2, 3. Love it. Appreciate you, Fry.
Okay, and so Fry, are you whereabouts are you you're from? Is one of those squads the one you were looking for? Phillies or Guardians or Jays? Van, okay, you're on the other side of the country. Love it. I'm in Sask. I'm in the middle. Okay, so we got so you got 3 teams. We got Red Sox. So what I was doing is, so what it was set up as is by 3 you get a mystery thing, by 5, by 7 you get a mystery, and then the normal what we do is if you have 3 you can trade it for 1. But what I was doing today, just to kind of move it along a little faster, was I was letting the boys buy a 4th and then also get the 5th for free. But what I'm gonna do, I just hooked up our pal Lean because he bought the place out last week. But I'll make you a deal. How I will give you, if you're interested, so you get 1 team, I'll give you like 2 or 3 teams for the Blue Jays if you want. My buddy Casoria, I just texted him. He's the one who tried to purchase earlier and it declined. He lives right by Toronto. He's a huge Blue Jays fan. If you have any interest in trading the Blue Jays, I would. I'll give you like 2 or 3 teams if you have any interest. So there's 4 teams left: the Boston Red Sox, the Houston Astros, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Texas Rangers. The Diamondbacks are owned by John. So it depends if John wanted to trade you for a team, which he might. John might trade you. John might trade you the Diamondbacks for Toronto, and then I can work out a deal with John for Toronto. What do you say, boys? What do you say? Andrew Picks, thanks for popping in. Lean, okay, we can rip some UFC if you want. What are you thinking? Some Finest? Some which? Well, we tried to fill the last bit of the break. But John, if you have any interest in trading the D-backs for Toronto, that would be sweet. We can make some dreams come true. If you're down with that, because Casoria wanted the Jays, he tried to buy it, it got declined. If you're down with making that trade, and then I'll take the Jays for him, and I'll give you any team you want that's still kicking around. We got 4 teams left: Rangers, Pirates, Astros, Red Sox. If you're down, that would be sweet. Okay, so John's going to give up the D-backs if Fry gives up the Jays. If you're down, I'm down. And then Fry, I'll still let you pick a team as well. But if you guys want to do that swap, that would be sweet. I can give my buddy who got declined the team. I just want to hook him up with a team. He tried to purchase. He messaged me. The bank card's acting up. He's going to help tomorrow. I just want to hook him up with a team. So I appreciate you guys doing that. Okay, D-backs are going to you. So then let me go. Fry, D-backs, and Jays were a trade. I got that marked, so I can do that myself after the show. And so you want the Sox, Fry? If you want the Sox, they are yours. I will take them off the board. Okay, Sox gone. Anybody who's popped in, if you're hanging out, we'll be ripping here right away. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. I think we only got a couple spots left, and one of them is going to be spoken for. So the only spots left, John, are Astros, Pirates, and Rangers are the 3 spots left. You can take anyone you want. Thank you for making that trade happen. Pirates, done. Pirates are off the board. So we got 2 teams left, Astros and Rangers. Nobody likes Texas baseball? What's going on? 30 seconds, $9. We got 2 spots left. That's fair. That's fair. And if you guys are on YouTube or X, we'll be ripping here right away. I'm going to take a break for about 2 seconds as soon as this fills so I don't piss my pants. We're going to get ripping. Kev Joe, thanks for popping in. Stan the man. We got 2 spots left, and then we're going to be ripping 5 of these Topps blasters. 2022. Take a potty break, bro. I will. I'm going to pee my pants like very soon. Been live for what? This stream will tell me. 1 hour, 50 minutes straight. Chugged a coffee. Drank 2/3 of some water. I'll be literally needing to pee all night. Sir Snowy, thanks for coming and going. Appreciate you. And then we're going to run during the break the buyer's giveaway 2023 Topps Chrome Pack. We gave away all kinds of stuff earlier today. Maybe should we give away one more hockey card? You guys want one more hockey card giveaway? What are we thinking? Looney cards? You'll love to see it. We just gave away a Looney Tunes card. I would run another Looney Tunes card if you want. No bourbon lean back. So this is actually my weekend. I'm on dad duty. And normally my kid goes back Sunday and I might kick back and have a bourbon. But my mom's actually down visiting this weekend. So she's watching the kid. So I'm not on party mode. I'm on family mode. But we gave away one of these earlier. I seen Looney popped in. We call it the Nerd Givey. We gave away some Looney cards. So nice to see Looney cards pop in. Appreciate you. Sleep. Late night popping in, modulating. We're going to run. We got 2 spots left. And then we are ripping right away. And if you're still tuned in on YouTube and X, hop into the Whatnot stream. We are live over there. Lean, if you want to rip, what do you want to rip? Some UFC, some Prism. We're going to have Canadian currency soon here too. So it's going to make my life easier because I know the prices in Canadian. I always have to sit here and try and convert them into USD. But we got the Prism. We got the same one we ripped last time. That's a Puria rookie year. And then we got UFC Finest. Blasters or Mega. Oh, I don't know. Actually, I only got Megas. I got Optics and Megas. And then the one you see in the screen too. These are all the UFC I got. I got this bad boy, Prisms, and some Optics. Those are what we got. But thank you guys for hopping in, joining the show. We got 2 spots left. Forsty, thanks for popping by. 2 left, and we're going to be ripping right away. For a rookie year, these ones are the same as last time. I pay, I think, like $55 or something like that is all I would need. But that's Canadian, so it's less than that. I just have to figure it out. Give me a second because we're in USD on here. That'd be like 40 US. I think last time for you, I did 38. I think that's what we did last time was 38. I'd do that again. But we got 2 spots left, so it depends. If that goes before the 2 spots, we'll rip those. I could do that for 38, and then we got 2 spots left in the break. For the box, 38 for the box. If you want pack, I can figure out packs. But that'd be for the whole box. Should be like 40, but I'll do 38 for you. That's what I did last time. Okay, here, just let me set it up in here to do yeah, I have it set up as an auction. It would be, I'll just take it out of the store. So the auction would put it at $860. Yeah, the auction would put it at $48 if I did it per pack. So I'll just let me just set up a quick temporary listing. Buy it now. Sports, UFC. It's so sick now to have this set up by my computer here that I can do it. Makes my life so much easier. Except now I have to come over here to type it. Prism 2022. UFC Prism 2022. Description optional. Quantity 1. Shipping profile, I'll select a small one for you. Yeah, because I have this one loaded up as selling it by the pack, but we'll just do the box. And then you already have some of the shipping, so it should cover it. So I just added it, but I don't see where it is. So give me a second. It's my first time trying to do one like that. And I don't see where it put the listing. Oh, there it is. There's for the box, the UFC Prism 2022 Tapuria year. Or sorry, 2023. Which, hold on, we're fried here. One sec. What do we got going on, buddy? Something ain't right. Something ain't math in here. Did I just have the wrong box? Let me look at something here. Okay, these are the 2023 Prism. I swear I had one of those 2022. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. Either way, it's whichever one you want, but which one do you want? The 2022 Optic or the 2023 Prism? The 2022 Optic is what we did last time. This is the one we did last time. Oh, and I see... Prisms? Okay, we're doing some 23 Prisms. Done. Now I'm going to get these spots back going from the football. So break, we got 2 spots left in the break. $9. Lean, thank you very much for grabbing this. Appreciate it. I'm going to move these over for a sec. And we're going to rip this bad boy. Prism. 30-second auctions, 2 spots left. In a perfect world, we'll have that sold by the time we're done this. And then we will rip those right after. Good luck, Lean. Let's get some good ones. Good thing I read that you said rip it, because I was already ripping it. Just an absolute animal. Good luck. I don't know why that pack's looking. I don't think the cards feel good. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get, baby. And if you're live on YouTube and X, hop over on Whatnot. We'll be ripping here in a few. We only got 2 spots left. Good luck, Lean. Mike Malone, welterweight rookie card. Can we see him? Oh, yeah. Natan Levy, rookie card, lightweight. Brandon Royval, flyweight. And Alexander Volkov, heavyweight. What did it put the spot at? Sorry, did it run it wrong? Oh, Whatnot has this glitch that does that. It should run it at the price that I have the baseball break set at here. Let me reset it. Now it should run proper. Good thing you didn't buy it. I couldn't have afforded to copy that. No, I'm kidding. I'd have had to give you a whole box or something. But yeah, 2 spots left in the break. We are ripping some UFC cards for our pal Lean over on Whatnot. Ooh, there's a dominance, whatever that is. Gilbert Burns, leg kick. Pierre Rodriguez, rookie card. Ooh, what's that one? Dominance. Yuri Proschaka. Let's give that tiny little sleeve. And let's see. No, that's all good, buddy. We got 2 spots left. This is perfect. You're not fucking it up. You're making it better. We were going to do nothing for the next bit. Just hear me talk, trying to sell stuff. Now we get the rip cards. Boom, Rafael Dos Anjos. This one looks fancier. Is this like the refractor? Prism? What are we? This one's all fancy and stuff. It's not numbered, but a Rafael dos Anjos. Brado, thanks for popping in. We got 2 spots left. We're going to rip some MLB baseball here in a few minutes. Matt Chanel, sorry. Magomed Ankalev. Oh, I'm knocking everything over. Oh, we got something in there. Tony Gravely, lightweight rookie card. What's this? What's green? J-Bone Kruger. We're filling the baseball break, and we're ripping some UFC for our boy Lean. Henry Ciuto, Prism Green, Bantamweight. Nice. Again, not numbered, but Henry Ciuto, that's a good one. He was like very dominant for quite a while. Great fighter. Green retail exclusive. Okay, that's what the pack is. That's probably one of the polls in it. Kai Kara France. He showed up for a little bit. Got the point down. Let's do it right here. Taking his Max Holloway impression. Irene Aldana. Khabib Nurmagomedov. That's just a base prism, but that is always a valuable card. You cannot go wrong with a Khabib Nurmagomedov. And then behind it, all out, Rose Namajunas, strawweight. Nice. Those are 2 back-to-back nice cards. I like a Rose and I like a Khabib. You cannot go wrong with either of them. We'll get those in some hard sleeves after. And let's get the spot ran. 2 more spots in the MLB break. And right now we're just ripping a little UFC in the meantime. Kazmat Chimaev at the back. Mosar Evliov. Randy Brown, rookie card. Paul Craig, light heavyweight. And another retail exclusive, Kazmat Chimaev. Nice. Prism Green. Getting some good names in here for sure. A nice Prism Green pull. Last pack magic. Let's go, Lean. Let's get it. 2 spots left in our baseball rip. We'll be running that right away. Andrea Lee. Jeremiah Wells, rookie card. Matthew Schmelsberg, rookie card. And I dropped it, but I dropped it politely. We're Bush League. We're not pro. Matthew Schmelsberg. And an all-out Juliana Pena, UFC. Ooh, an all-out green prism. Nice. Kazmat, we take it all. I'll sleeve all those nice hits for you. Let's see. I'll put these in some hard ones. But we got Juliana Pena, all out. Kazmat Chimaev, green prism. Henry Ciuto, green prism. And all out Rose Namajunas. Khabib Nurmagomedov, refractor. Rafael dos Anjos, prism refractor, and a Yuri Prochaska dominance. We'll get them in some sleeves. Where's this? There we go. And then we're dang near ready for baseball. 2 spots left. Give it a share. Tell a friend. And we'll get ripping here right away. Khabib. Lean, thank you as always for supporting the Bush League breaks. Love it. For our boy Lean. Lean Mean Fighting Machine. Always getting UFC cards. Those are some sweet pulls. And basically for dirt cheap. We just give stuff away around here. So thank you for the support, Lean. Appreciate it a ton. That Superior pull. It was just the timing, the moment of it all. It was so sick. Sorry we didn't pull anything too crazy in this one, but there were some good cards. Like, and the hits were at least nice names too. They weren't like slouch names. Pros, thank you for joining. 2 spots left, and we're gonna get ripping. We got the Rangers and the Astros left. Someone wants a 2-for-1. I'll run them both. $15 next. I'll run them both. You can get both of the Texas teams. And then we're going to have a buyer's giveaway too. Topps Chrome. Last chance to get in on it will be the 2 Texas teams if that's what we run. Yeah, it was so money, Lean. That was absolutely priceless. Okay, I'm going to run the 2 teams. Oh, I was going to see if I could run like a flash auction. $15, both teams. I give you both teams, both Texas teams, Rangers and Astros. Fry joining. $15, both last teams. I'll give them 2 for $15. Astros and Rangers. Going to the last better, last chance to get in on the buyer's giveaway. If you're on YouTube X, we're going to be ripping here in a minute. I'm going to start getting cards ready. We only got 2 spots left. We'll be ripping some of these bad boys here in a minute. I'm going to start opening some packs. Should we run that again? 2 teams, 15. Last 2 teams. If you're on X, YouTube, follow that QR code down by Acu. Get yourself over into Whatnot. We'll be ripping cards here right away. 2 spots left. Three seconds left. 2 spots. We'll be ripping right away. I'm going to keep running them. 2 teams, 15. Box number 2. So let's go 1. Actually, let's go way over here. Let's go 1, 2. 2 more boxes back here. Two spots left, folks. And anybody in YouTube, X, thank you for popping in. We're streaming live on Whatnot. We're going to be ripping this 2022 Series 1 Topps baseball break. We only got 2 spots left out of 30 teams. I'm selling the last 2 spots, $15 for both. So like $7 a team. Pack number 3. Number 4. Oh, lean back's taking the last 2. Thank you, brother. They're going to both be yours. Appreciate it. That means the world. Thank you, sir. Lean back got the last 2. He's going to get the Rangers, and then I'm going to pull the Astros and give them to him. Done deal. 2 for 15. He got the Rangers, and I give him the Astros. Cardinals. Lean Astros. Theo Jays, and the Pirates also went to John. I got to remember that too. John, Pirates, Red Sox, Fry. Okay, I think I got everything sorted out. If not, geez, pray to the good Lord, folks. Pray to the good Lord. Box number 4. Now, what I can run here, if anybody's interested, I'll just run some random stuff down at the bottom. We got V-Friends cards, $5. You can grab a spot. Bloops. That just helps us get to our 1,000 sales. So we're always running bloops. $1 bloopers. We run them. box number 4, and box number 5. Thank you to everybody who bought in on spots. John, Ryan, Rehu, Lean, Hot Dog, Fry, anybody who I might have missed. Appreciate you. This is going to be a fun one. It's going to be another fun one. They're always fun. And if anybody wants V Friends cards, I'm going to keep them running in the chat. You get a base card. They're sitting over there. We're going to rip these 2022 Series 1s. Last box. All right, well, folks, I'm going to play a tune. Let's get one buzzing here. I'm going to leave the mic going for you. I'm going to play one old tune. If you're here in the show, I'm going to set this up like this for 1 second. And we're going to play a tune. Little Snoop for the gang.
Yikes! Right back at you. Another one.
We'll be back in a few minutes. I'm just going to load up the water. Get ready to rip for the good folks. We'll be right back.
Show me what you're working with. Show me what you're working with. Come on. Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? Now, some of y'all got that doggy up out that sandbox. This would be some perfect theme music. It's like you in a theme park, so you need some theme music. Yeah. I'm looking for my dogs. Where my dogs at? Where my motherfucking dogs at? What? Huh? Woof, 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 woof. I like that. Now break that down for me. Now. Like that, we up out of here. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Hey.
All right, we are back. We are buzzing. We are ready to rock and roll. Time to rip some cards, folks. Had to have a power up. I'm sure if I don't know what a power up is. Legal marijuana. All right, we're back up top. Thanks to everybody who's tuned in on YouTube, X, thanks to all the folks and whatnot. The fellows, 5 blasters we're ripping. Top baseball Series 1, 2022. We're gonna rip all these bad boys. Which one do we want to start with? Water, amateur hour. You're right, but hey, we gotta keep it. You gotta be getting blacked out probably your guys' cards, right? All right. You guys all start with back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick a number. That's where we're starting. That's just putting it. But didn't you know, Lean Toy? They were blasters. That's why they're so cheap. They're cheap ripping blasters. Have fun with it. If we start ripping lots of negative hobbies, we're gonna charge a pretty high price. But I'm fine with that if that's what you guys are into. I'm just trying to gauge what the crowd is interested in ripping. Okay, well, I'm just gonna start with pack number 1. So there we go. See everything. That's on camera. Fine. Everything's still in view. Let's go. Cleaning that ocean, that court. Cleaning. Walk off water. Perez, Ray Cole. Manfredo. Which is Giolito. Buster Posey. Avisdale Garcia, our first hit here. So, red action. Pick of the game, home run challenge. Adolis Garcia, almost the same name, but not quite. And Jose Ramirez. Guardian. Nice. That side that needs to be clean. That's space over there. No. Shohei Ohtani, there's an Angels card in there. Ben Gable. Roller Chapman, Christian Potch, Curtis Terry, Cabral, Colin Moran. I think we'll just fly through the base on all these. We got a Christian Yelich, flashiest feet, and a Chris Bryant, stars of the MLB. King Daddy, thanks for popping in. If you guys want anything else, we're ripping some MLB 2022. Series 1. Actually, I got to set the break to breaking, right? Start breaking because we're full. We're buzzing. But we also got V-Friends cards if anyone wants or anything else. Just say the word. I can rip some other stuff up on the auction. We'll get another tune going here in a sec. We can't be going wild with whatever tunes like the other week there, Lean, because I got my show pulled off YouTube. I forgot that I was on YouTube, so I got to watch the copyrights. But we have rights here at Bushleague Media to about 100 and some Snoop Dogg songs. And so I'll be using those as much as I can throughout it. I got to set the library up to run a little smoother in future weeks. Mookie Betts, stars of the MLB, and Shohei Ohtani, stars of the MLB. Some 2 nice hits right there. You'll love to see it. Maybe there will be a trade happening, John. We got a Shohei right and early out the gate. Here, let's stand that up. Let's put her in there. You like our stands? We got Bush League stands now. We're absolutely buzzing. Play some more. No, I literally can't play. I'll get copyright. I know a lot of the Whatnot streamers do, but we're streaming to YouTube and everything as well. So I can't just play whatever. Mike Trout, John Donaldson, Connor Wong, Brett George. I could see, though, and Mookie Betts, another one, same card.
Maybe if nobody's watching, I can cancel it and then we can just play whatever. But let me see what I can find for an extra tune here. Give me a sec. I'll have to minimize that for a second. Snoop Country. Here's some country.
I may be a fool with my money, but don't call me.
I like this tune. We use this in a lot of our Bam Bam's Fitness promos and some of our content. A little Sam Nash, which is just October London. Bunch of bass. Sergio Faro, Shane McClanahan, Freddie Freeman, Jose Barrios, Rafael Devers, star of the MLB. So far, no big hits. Oh, there's the thick one. We got something in there. Yep. Something in there, boys and gals. Rizzo, Tatis, Vasquez, Harper, nice. Benoit, Crochet, Brout, Gray, Jake Arrieta. All right. What's this here? Let's pull these two out. Mike Trout, greatest hits. Ooh, nice one. Bo Bichette, stars of the MLB. Congratulations. Player jersey number, medallion card, 2021. Shohei Ohtani. No way. No way. No effing way. Number medallion. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! No piss around over here. We got to get that one tacked up. John, I'll jerk you off. I'm sorry. So I need someone to run the show on the back end. I get too confused live. But either way, that is so sick. Ray's #1 supporter. Bushleague breaks. Clip that shit. Clip it. Let's go. Let's go, folks. Clip it and share it. Shohei Ohtani, medallion card of all the medallions. There's just no way. You'll love to see it. Fire right beside the three-lander. Shohei Ohtani. Let's go. There's just no way. That's the best. That's probably one of the best ones you can pull out of there. Let's go. That is so sick. $15 Canadian, right? They're cheap, brother. There's more to come, John. There's more to come. Okay, here's the deal, John. So the next one is that 2024 break that like you were the mastermind of. 100%, like whatever team you want, we'll just pull it out ahead of it. And I'm so stoked for Ray. I'm so stoked for everyone. Appreciate y'all. That's so sick. And if you're on YouTube, X, pop in over to Whatnot. We're absolutely buzzing right now. Let's go. Fly through some of these bases. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing too wild. We got to keep it moving to these hits. Mason Thompson and Nolan Arenado, stars of the MLB. That is so sick. Okay, I'm going to ask the chat because I should be able to tell which ones are the thick ones. Do we want to run through the thick ones one at a time as we hit them open in the box? Or do you want me to set them out and save the 4 packs for last? Oh, the card is worth that. Okay, that's sweet. So that basically pays for a spot with one card because, yeah, it's not a numbered card or anything. Like I say, it's just probably the sweetest, like, base hit I think you could get in the almost one of the sweetest base ones you could get. But that's sweet. It pays for a spot. So what do you mean run it? Just go naturally and they'll come as they come? It's very nice, John. Trav will probably make you and Trav, Rehu, I'll make it worth your while if you make John a trade. Don't you worry. I'll dial you in. I'll give you like a bunch of free ones. But nothing is necessary because that is yours fair and square. You had first ups the way I announced it. And that is my doing. Aaron Judge, home run challenge. And Mookie Betts. We got 3 of those Mookie Betts to the LA Dodgers. You got a ton of those, John. 3 Mookies. I'm going to put the Judge in there too, just because. And so, yeah, if you guys are on YouTube or X, we're over on Whatnot, ripping cards right now. Wrapped up the show earlier with No Sleep. Deep dive into the spring training tour he went on, and then the MLB salary cap that we think should exist, and NHL fantasy, which I took home 2 round 1 victories this week. Ichiro for the Mariners. I think that's one of John's favorite players. I could be wrong. And Rafael Devers, Boston Red Sox. We got a whole bunch to sleeve there. Oh, here comes the thick one, folks. Here comes the thick one. Let's get John one on the second round here. Christian Walker, Michael Conforto, Clayton Kershaw on the Dodgers. Nice. Berrios, Tucker, Wong Hoon Kim, Miguel Cabrera, Ashby. Let's stack those up. We're going to have a lot of cards to sort tonight. Oh. Okay, so we got a few things going on here. Oh, there we go. Toronto, Vlad Guerrero Jr. on the Stars of the MLB. Let's see what we got behind it. Bo Bichette, back-to-back Stars of the MLB Toronto cards. And let's see what our medallion is here, folks. Let's go. We had a Shohei already. Player number medallion. Yadier Molina, St. Louis Cardinals, number 4. Let's go. These are nice. These are nice cards. That's a nice one. Yadier Molina. So what are the chances that you want to trade that Shohei, Rehu? What are we at? What are we at? On a scale of, I don't know, 6 to 9 or 1 to 5 or whatever. Oh, that one's thick. I don't want to touch it, so I always like to fold the plastic over. There we go. Ooh, this is our still sitting in the stream. We pulled a redemption, UFC redemption a few weeks ago, and the person who pulled it actually messaged me. They wanted to trade me for some other sports cards because they weren't that interested in the UFC, so we made a deal and sent them a trade. But there we go. Shohei Ohtani and a Yadier Molina. Let's go. Is right. That's the Cardinals. That was your team, right, Lean? Cardinals? You traded. No, D-back was the Fries. Yeah, Lean got the Cardinals. Yeah, sick. That is sick. Good pick. Good pick. Luke Williams, Hedges, Molina again. Rogers. I hate when they flip the cards. We're just going through them upside down. I don't care anymore. And here we go. Mike Yastrzemski from the Giants and another Nolan Arenado. We keep getting a lot of the same pulls, but that's all right. There's a lot of nice little cards there to sleeve. Jacob deGrom at the back. Kyle Gibson. Robbie Will Smith. Of course, they're all upside down now that I decide not to turn them, right? Joey Votto, Dustin Dunn, Brantley, Mueller. Tommy Murphy, Jacob deGrom. And thank you to everybody that tuned into the Bushleague Sports Show. If you're still here this much later in it, I appreciate you. As always, live with beautiful co-host Sleep. And this week we were chatting MLB, NHL Fantasy, and then tailing it off into our Whatnot break. So I want to give a big thank you to everybody here on Whatnot for this break. And so far it's been a heater. We're not even through 2 boxes, and we got 2 pretty good ones. But we started off with a Shohei pull on the first one. That's just insane. We've been like hitting something sick every show so far. And you know what's funny is I told a bunch of my buddies, John, you're probably even one of them. And I know I told some other people. I was like, I've never pulled like any one of ones. I've never pulled anything really, really too crazy. Ronald Acuna Jr., Bo Jackson, nice. And I said, as soon as I start doing these break shows, I guarantee I'm going to start pulling heat. And I'm going to start crying that I'm giving away this stash of cards that I have. But here we are, and the tears have began over the last few weeks. So I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Hey, Song Kim, Bruce Zimmerman, Elflin. I love you guys. Okay, let's go. Jay Smithers, thanks for popping in. We are ripping some MLB cards. I'm actually just gonna, where we go? I'm gonna run we'll run a UFC card too if anybody wants any. I'll pull a random one, or I can run some bloops. If there's anything anybody else is interested in, just let me know. We'll run some random auctions. But here we go. Jake Berger, Aguilius, blah 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 blah. Ronnie Dawson and Clayton Kershaw. Another Dodgers. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. That right there. So the Clayton Kershaw here is, you can see, John, I don't know if you can see, but you see they show this mark. So that's actually the Tommy John. And so they just show that through the card. It's splitting right through the elbow. And that's, you need surgery, right? So it's just the Tommy John. You can see it. Always UFC. We can air up some extra UFC after if you want, Lee. You crush a couple bourbons, drink responsibly, gamble responsibly. Obviously, nothing here is gambling, but break your cards responsibly. And, we'll grab some UFC after if you want. Patrick Wisdom. See, that was some wisdom I just gave you. Drink responsibly. We got the wisdom card. It's meant to be. Let's see what we got. Mike Mustaka. Ooh, we got something in the middle here. Spencer. Oh, no, it's just a card with a fancy green. Sonny Gray. Double bath? A double gate? Why are they using like square box? What are you doing? You're just throwing ice on people? Crazy. Urias Bueller. Baseball's never necessarily made the most sense. Frank Thomas. Garrett Cole. Let's go. I'm going to move this big stack of bases because I'm just going to smash them over into the stream here in no time. I can't believe we pulled that sick Shohei. John, forgive me for I have sinned. Mike Minor, John Lester, upside down again. See, good thing I didn't turn it. Jacob deGrom, Mike Terrells. Guriel Brantley, Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Guriel. Oof, what's this? Home run challenge, Fernando Tatis Jr., pick of the game. And so these cards, okay, hold on. There's been a couple of these. So enter the code below. Just wait, let me read. For a trip to the 20. Oh, so I was hoping maybe there was like a couple year entry to like win a card or something, but that's for the Home Run Derby 2020. So, and that's where there's kind of a bonus to opening some stuff a little sooner. Like even I had the 2024 Absolute NFL, and I thought about ripping them because like, what if I pulled the card that got my kid to the, there's the one. I'm going to save it for the bottom. That's the patch. What if I pulled the one that got my kid to the Super Bowl? But obviously, if you're not opening them pretty quick, those redemptions are not good. But a redemption like this, like say this UFC gold 1-of-1 shimmer autograph that we redeemed, that one expires in 2035. So we got a long time to redeem that. And check this out. Mika Johnson got a rookie card there signed. This is a statue made by Mika. He made the Dodgers and Yankees statues for the MLB. You see my Acu character running around in some of our animations, pictures we use. Mika's the artist behind that. Check out what they're doing with AccuTars. Maybe some alpha AccuTar tokens. We'll probably get some free access to baseball on my website. Maybe, maybe not. But I'd check that out. Here's a bunch of base cards. And Yadier Molina hit a bunch of times. And Alex Bregman. Yadier Molina, Cardinals card up there. Who is the UFC? So this UFC redemption is Natalia Cristina da Silva that I pulled. Well, you want it? You want to make a trade for it? I've never pulled a redemption. It's the first time I pulled it. So like I was saying a few minutes ago, I started pulling heat as soon as I started doing the show for everybody. Tony Gwynn, Bryce Harper. Those are the back pulls on that one. Yeah, it's not the biggest hit, but still a cool 101 for sure. Just to pull it and like pull it. I think like the show before or after we pulled your Tapiria, pretty sweet. Maybe even the end of that show. Was it the same show? I can't remember. There's a Judge, Kepler, Ray, Howard, Musgrove, Suarez, Stevenson, Means, Holland, Arenado, Brandon Marsh, and Pete Alonso. Okay, we got 2 packs and then 2 more boxes. Juan Soto in the back. Luis Robert. Alex Flexen. All the base cards. Some people just fly through the base. I like to at least show you the names, but I don't want to sit there and read them. We'll be here forever. Anthony Rizzo and Juan Soto. Nice. We got a good stack of back-end cards. Okay, patch number 3. Who's calling it? What team? Who do we got? Patch number 3. Vidal Baron. Evan Price. Judge. That'd be sick. Urias. Archie Bradley. Simmons. Charlie. Of course, they're all upside down. Atlanta Braves. Nationals. Hernandez. Okay, there's the one there. Let's see. What's behind? Oh, we got something else too, folks. Freddie Freeman. Stars of the MLB. Let's see what this is. Mike Schmidt. Philadelphia Phillies. Die cut. Diamond grade. Mike Schmidt. We got a die cut. We're going to have to get that one in a sleeve here right away. That's a beauty. Sweet die cut. And why wouldn't you fall over? Hernandez. Congratulations. Juan Soto medallion. Let's go. Washington Nationals. That is a sick one. We can't cry with a Juan Soto. We are like getting some good names here. No junk players. Juan Soto, 22. Let's go. Washington Nationals. Who's got the Nashies? We are pulling some heaters, baby. Nice, Rehu. So let's see now, Rehu. Now maybe you don't got to be so jealous. You know, maybe you can make a a nice little deal with the Ohtani. You never know. You know, you're just stacking them up here. Look at how you treat others is how you treat yourself, it says beside that card. I'm just kidding. But V-Friends cards are cool. I'm glad that you and your kid have been introduced to them and enjoy them. They're sweet. Let's keep her going. Box number 4. We got a couple sweet hits so far. I haven't been paying attention to like if anybody's got the... Oh, wait. Is this a... I think there's an extra... Did we get a patch on the first one here? 1 second. I didn't think this was the patch one. We might have got the patch on the first one. I'm not sure what went on here. It seems like it's smaller. Juan Soto. I know Juan Soto. It's sick. Someone's got to clip this shit. Zach Lothar. What do we got? 2 behind it. Xavier Baez. This show would blow up if I had someone to clip this content, I bet. Anthony Rizzo, another one. Zach Lothar. Let's see what we got here for this card. Yadier Molina. Jersey number medallion. Number 4. We got 2 Cardinals. Number 4. Crazy. This one seems thinner for some reason. It's weird. But congrats, Lean. You got 2. 2 of the same. Yadier Molina. Crazy. I think that was the hit of this one right off the first pack. I didn't realize that was the thick one. Let's go. So we got 2 Molinas. How you guys liking these new Bushleague stands? They're sweet, eh? Here, I got to get this die cut stashed. Get that in the sleeve. Put the Mike Schmidt over with Mika. Make sure you got to pull the Mika out so that you can see the die cut. There we go. But shouts to Mika. Amazing artist. Make sure you guys check out Akitars. Let's rip another. Okay, so this one seems thick too, but maybe I'm just crazy. And everybody who's tuned in, let's run another tune quick. We ran out of songs. Sorry, folks.
Oh. Yes, sir. It's the doggy.
We got V-Friends card live too. Anyone wants one? Snipe it. Oh, and Heat.
You walking around the sandbox. Come to my neighborhood.
pull up to the mansion. This how we do it, y'all. Yes, sir.
Magic Wisdom, Yadier Molina. We got like 10 Yadier Molina. It seems like we're getting the exact same like back-end cards a lot. Some people are just going to have a huge stack and some people are going to have nothing. Yeah, we'll get it. I'll get it so it's playing. I got good music, it's just not playing consistently because I have to leave where I am to get it playing. My apologies. I just don't want to. We're running stuff with Snoop. So I don't want to blow that. Not gonna blow our rights to those tunes. Nor do I want to get up YouTube music. Not so bad. It's I think fun bringing this to YouTube as well because then YouTube too. Everybody can watch. It'll help us bring more people over to Whatnot. Which again, if you're on YouTube, we are live on Whatnot right now. After we're done this baseball break, you can get in on some UFC or anything else you want that I'm having fun. Full flexing pops and a Buster Posey. Aaron Judge with the back. Blue Jays, the whole squad. Michelle, Vlad, Simeon, Dylan. Welcome to the show. Aguero Cabrera for the Marlins. And then Aaron Judge stars at the MLB. 2 Molinas. That's sick. As much as I'm stoked for Lean, I wish we would have told at least 5 different people, but that's kind of cool. Jose Ramirez. Yeah, no, I got that link for District. I just too lazy to go over to the new app. So I want to check it out. And I forgot your buddies to like grab this thing into the lid. Very cool. Brock Holt. Lou Turner. Colin. Race. Shane Bieber. Top 35th. And Chris Bryant. All right, last one. Here's that thick one right there. We're going to move it to the bottom. Save it for last. Last box, baby. Let's go. Appreciate you, Lee. Appreciate everybody that's still chilling there. Put a share. Let's get this buyers only giveaway going, maybe. What do you guys think? I'm going to get the B-Friends going first. And I'm going to run this buyers only in a second. Now they're all the same way, these cards. Even that. Robin Yount. Chris Bryant again.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this groove, man. I made it for you. So you can bang all day with your doggy in the sandbox. Yes, sir. Brought to you by Big Snoop Dogg. Open sea. Ooh wee.
Trying to find. Let's see what we got. 1 sec. I'm going to find another song here. I wonder what that looked like on the stream. Oh, Shohei! We got 2 of them. I got my dippies with me, pockets fatter than a hippo. Big money on the scale, we don't count it no more. Now everywhere I go, I got it. Mookie Betts in the back. Oh, we got something fancy in there.
we gotta lose. Indigo in my cup, I don't drink no Grey Goose. It's usually a lot of
Oh, Tucker.
real drip liberation pan. I can
Flashy feet. Chris Jazzholm Jr. and Mookie Betts.
I start to empty out my pockets when the price start dipping. I got a feeling we the realest and it just started clicking. A lot of options.
Bunch of base. Kyle Tucker, if you're on YouTube X, we're just ripping cards over on Whatnot right now. Thanks to anybody who watched the Bush League Sports Show. You stuck around this long. Appreciate you. Show notes get you a free team next week. We'll be live again next Sunday. Chatting the end of fantasy hockey season. And probably dialing in a football break, maybe. Maybe nah. We'll do another hockey break. I can probably sell this one to the LGBTQ community for a bunch. Keegan Akin, Boba Shett, Nolan Arenado. Let's get this buyer giveaway going. We only got 2 packs left, so we're going to get the buyer's giveaway going. Let's go. 5 minutes, buyer's giveaway. If you're on YouTube X, you got 1 chance to get in here. We got $5 cards you can buy. Last chance to get in on the buyer's giveaway. Hop in. Anybody who's here, if you got a spot in the break, Gibby's live. Free pack of Topps Chrome. I had a vision that my MetaMask had 7 zeros. Some of them wanted cash. I'd rather had it crypto. I got my dippies with me, pockets fatter than a hippo. Big money on the scale, we don't count it no more. Now everywhere I go, I got a deal to close. You better cuff your hoe and she'll be signing. Forsty, thanks for joining back in. Appreciate you. Joe Mama, thanks for popping in as well. Mercedes, Cueto. All right, last pack. Oh, Boba Shett, Generation. And a Jacob deGrom. Nice. Nice. And then we got the last pack, the last patch. We're going to pull up a tune for the folks, the good folks. Forsty, you'll love to see it. What do we want? Champ the Great?
The only one, Kenobi.
Champ DC. Yeah, bitch, we in the metaverse. Could've bought a lamb truck.
Good luck, everybody. Last pack. Thanks to everybody who's coming in and pushing for today. Everybody on Whatnot is taking the break. Continue to look up on the first half of the show. I hope everybody who was part of the show is getting on look at extra juicy pick. That one's the thickest feeling one of them all. I don't know why. Let's see what we got. Last pack. Oh, boys. Did I get 2 of the same Otani? Yes, you did. You can get 2 of the same, my friend. Ian Kennedy. Pick of the game. Call your shot, Matt Olson. Rafael Devers, Red Sox. Hippo, let's see. That's one. How do they do it on the other show? Do we give Jason credit? The other shows you gotta get. Where's my stands? I don't know. Here. Let's see what we pull. Put it right here. Sipping on some syrup and I almost hit the curb. Sipping on some syrup and I almost hit the curb. Bryce Harper, Medallion. Let's go! Philadelphia Phillies, Bryce Harper. That is a sick way to close it out. Let's go. You got the Phillies. Fry? Leader Fry. That is sick. And it's a different style too, with like the 3 stripes. So I think we ran out of one of the short packs early somehow. I'll have to open a new one, which is fine. But I don't know how one of those is misplaced. Should not be. That is sick, folks. Way to end it with a Bryce Harper. Let's go. I need a fat, just plain sleeve for that. Who's got the Phillies? I want to know. Let's see. And thank you to everybody who joined. Thank you to everybody who watched the show. Like I said, that's sick. Soria, I got you. Fry, got it. Let's go. Okay, let's see. So here, I'm going to throw this into a sleeve. And then I'm going to execute a trade for you boys. And then I'm going to call it a show. And again, that's how we do Bushleague. We want to make it fun, cheap, entertaining for the people. So thank you for everybody that came, hung out, grabbed the spot. It was a fun one tonight. I'm going to get one extra sleeve out of here. Bryce Harper. Bushleague Sports. What a pull. On the stand, too. First week we had the stands. We made some heat. You love it. Let's set it up. Let's clip this, folks. You want to look at that. Look at that setup around there. Okay, so here's what I'm going to run through on some of the polls here. Congrats. Cheers to you, Lean. Appreciate it. Thanks for grabbing some UFC. Means the world that you're always supporting, man. Love it. Thank you. Oh, giveaway just went. Who got it? I didn't see. Who got the giveaway? Who got the buyer's giveaway? Did you actually, though, or are you just saying that? Okay, there's some Shoheis. Okay, let's go through some of these. I'm going to set these over here. Pick of the game. So we get Devers, DeGrom. I'm going to set these to the side. Bichette, Arenado. I'm going to put the home runs over here. These ones are... There's a lot of the same ones. So just home junior. Betts. Boom. Bryant. Bieber. Bryant. Ramirez. Welcome to the show. Judge. Posey. Raphael. Gallo goes with New York. Cardinals. Molina. I know there's like 1,000 of those. Bias room. What teams do you guys have, John? What all teams do you have? I'd have to look. D-bags, which you traded. Marlins. Mets. Nice. Nationals. Angels. So where's some Mets? There's Mets. Jacob deGrom. Pete Alonso. Phillies. Molina. Bregman. Miami Marlins. Pick of the game. Frank Thomas. Garrett Cole. New York. Clayton Kershaw. It's a nice Dodgers card. Randers and Bo Jackson. Acuna for the Braves. That's a nice one for the last minute Braves at the end. Mets. Giants. Bo Bichette. Another one. Vlad will set her with him. Devers. Judge. Robert. Betts. Thompson. Arenado. I know I had him somewhere, didn't I? I'll just put him there. Bichette again. Trout. Berrios. Devers. Okay, well, so seems like you can, you got a lot of the Mookies there, buddy, for sure. So if you want to swap a Mookie for a Shohei, that's an easy swap. I'll sleeve a couple of these up. Shohei. Mookie. Boom. Boom. Done. Okay, so then Is the patch on the board or is it gone? Yeah, what's gonna come of the patch? Perhaps. Oh, sorry. Well, at least that's why we got her sleeved already there. Don't you worry about it, Lean. That card just leaning like you on the juice. What's the swap? What's the trade? Perhaps there's something in the Bush League store that I could put for sale. John could buy it for Rehu. That's an option. I could put something up and then I just send it to Rehu. There's that option. Maybe there's a trade on the board. Whatever you boys are up to, but we'll definitely do a Mookie and a Shohei swap. I'll make sure I make that happen. And then, yeah, we got the Juan, we got the Molina, we got the Harper. And we had a great show. MLB Spring Training, salary cap, all the goods. Here, maybe I got something else I can rip for him if he wants, or something I can throw a spot up and then pick a couple things, rip them, ship them to him. That's an option. But give me a second on the Whatnot stream, guys. So I'm going to wrap up the show. I'm going to come back to you guys in about 2 minutes here on Whatnot. I'm going to just run a finale and come back and button up the old Whatnot deal. And now for those of you over here on YouTube X, thank you guys for sticking around this long. It's been fun. We had a good break. We pulled a lot of sweet cards. We were joined earlier by my beautiful co-host, No Sleep. We had a great one. Told us about his trip down to spring training in Phoenix. And then we got everyone locked in for the finals week of fantasy hockey. It's been a good one. We're going to get everything sent and shipped out in the next coming days. Please set your reminders. We'll be live again next Sunday with the Bush League Sports Show, followed by a break. Probably hockey, maybe football. Haven't decided yet. We'll see what the people of Whatnot want. I'll ask them after the show here. But for everybody who's stuck with us to this point in the show, I appreciate it. We're going to roll, I think, an outro here and call it a day. So we'll be out of here. We'll catch you next week. As always, where did I go? Okay. I was gone for a minute, but we're back. But as always, it's been fun to chat with you. Everybody on Whatnot, I'm going to come back to you guys in a few seconds. And for the rest of you, it's been a great banter. I've had a good time. As always, stay Bush League beauties. I'm going to run a tiny bit of the outro, and we will catch you guys next week. Whatnot, let's make some deals on the back end. Thank you guys as always.
From the bottom, ain't no half-stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half-repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. From the bottom, ain't no half-stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half-repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. Tell them never question, dog, I'm sitting ghost status. Eating chicken with my gin, smoking on some cabbage. Just to pedal on this
moment where you skate down the street and some shit for brains yells out of his window, "Do a kickflip! Do a kickflip! Do a kickflip!"
And house shoes, they know how the dog do. Skinny, heavy pockets, the West OG. Came across the globe, say they don't know me. Been applying pressure from 8 to 24 like Kobe. Mr. Hall of Fame used to bend the corners for strollies. Had to lay the blueprint, they rolled out the carpet. Anything I wanna own, I got my own.
Together like a little fitness promo with the Dr. Bombay shirt and song.
Still ain't sold my guns and I still ain't had to use them though.
Well, of course, what's up, bro, man? Good to meet you, man. I know there's a man behind that mask. You're such a dude, man. I appreciate you, man. You guys are sick, man. I appreciate I collected all your shit, man. I love you. We don't do it directly. Coming at you live, so
all right, guys, Joel Mills here with the Bam Bam Boxing Academy. Now, these 14 workouts are specifically made to take you from simple mechanics all the way to a full fighter by the end of the 14 workouts.
Also, they don't ask questions.
This is some straight. Hey.
This is, oh gosh.
Got thin to smoke it. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. I can't name a thing that I didn't have step. From the streets to movie screens, been getting bags and checks. Get the solid, you won't hear me with no bad rep. Legendary Crippin' made it happen, and that's on the set. Still rolling on gold things, I'm a boss. Go get it. What the fuck you waiting on, man? Let's go.
Blaming on my mom from all the crippin' I see. Blaming on my grip, all the hustling.
Yes, sir.
Can you smoke one through that mask, big dog?
He got his own club. It's lit too. And they was curious. Dr. Bombay, can you sign this one too? I just showed Dr. Bombay how to write. He been in the jungle. Nigga can write. He can't talk, but the motherfucking write. I showed him something. Look at it. Go ahead. Find your spot, Bombay. Remember how I told you? Yeah, there you go right there. Yeah, remember that? D R B. Spell it out. Sound it out. Bay. CEO.
That's the one hell. That's some good weed. Is that your weed? Is that the Snoop Dogg weed?
That's some shit that we got when we was out here.
Oh, that's our shit. Okay, I like it. I like it.
Well, that's Canada's finest, baby. They bring me the best from the CA.
I fucking don't expect any less.
I love it. Once again, scratch that off your bucket list. Come hang out with your favorite dog. How much is that dog in the window? Ask somebody.
Thank you all for hanging out. Episode 54 of Bushleague Sports has been an absolute beauty. We'll catch you next week. Wrap up NHL Fantasy and get you dialed in for Emmett versus Murphy the week after UFC. We'll see you there. Until next time, I cut myself off. Stay Bushleague, you beauties.